And I actually didn't even mean to start disco yet. I was trying to type Discord, but it changed to Disco Elysium. And I was like, whatever. I guess I'll play that anyway. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday to you as well. How am I? I'm okay. I managed to go about a week without, with almost no headache. And I was actually like, is this it? Am I finally starting to get over it? But then it kind of came back yesterday. Let me turn the heater off because once again, it's boiling hot here. Can't find that happy medium. It's been a interesting week. So I canceled last week's stream because like Thursday or Friday, the weekend, before the weekend, I had woken up with I had dreamt something that made me go and like clank my teeth really sharply shut, and I had this really bad toothache the whole weekend, and this one tooth that I got a filling in like over a year ago that it had been just completely sensitive to cold or whatever, and then like in a hurry on the Friday I had made an appointment for Monday for the dentist, and then by the time Monday came around it wasn't hurting anymore. In fact, it was completely I didn't feel anything anymore. I was like, oh shit. So I went in and turned up, he was like, yeah, you're gonna need a root canal. And so I came back Wednesday for a root canal, and it was actually not bad at all, and I think that's just because the tooth was already dead. So there was no nerves to hurt or whatever. And this Monday I'm going to go back and I'm going to get a temporary cap, and then they're going to get a sample. I don't even know exactly how it works, and go to the lab and get one that actually like matches the color and shape of my other teeth put in 15 days after that. Luckily, I have gotten used to it. Like the first 2 days when I came home from it, I kept touching it with my tongue because it's like they have to grind down to expose the nerve, and then the cap is supposed to like make it look better and also protect your teeth from shattering if you bite down too hard. But all that feels fine right now. It's just my head aches back a little bit. But my mom is officially in hospice now, and so one guy came on like Thursday, and then a couple other people came yesterday on Friday, and then today she got a hospital bed delivered with like it can sit up or down, and it has bars and stuff. And she had one before 2 years ago when they thought she was gonna die really soon, and then she ended up living another 2 years, but now she's a lot more weak. So yeah, so we're on we're kind of like doing it day by day, and everyone's like, it's so hard, I'm so sorry for you. I'm like, it sucks, but at the same time, this has been our reality for years, where it's just like she could die any day, or she could keep going. And so I don't know, it's become the normal state of things. So it's just like, this is my existence. Okay, good, let me lower it. Come on, there we go. Now you should barely be able to hear it. Well, that's kind of you. I know I keep saying this, but my mom is honestly like, she's got her faith and she's pretty much resigned to it. My dad is the one that's going to be really hard to handle because he's very codependent and just a nervous wreck at the best of times. And I'm scared too that all the financial stuff is going to fall on me because my dad can't do any of it, and I'm just like, what do? I don't know how to do this stuff. Also, my hair is in between colors. My next door neighbor, I worked with her and we bleached it. But we didn't have time to actually apply the color, which is going to be like magenta with hot pink highlights or whatever, hopefully. I had a dream that she like dyed it black but with like high pink, accents, and I was like, I hate it, but I don't want to say that to her. Anyway, so this is not what I'm going for. This is just what was left over after we bleached it. I also got the BB out, no problem, by the way. It was super easy. I stressed out for no reason. And here it is. This is the BB that was in my head for 20 years. And we just thought it was a wound that wouldn't heal. And then Tuesday, he's going to take the staple out. And then like a couple days after that, I'm going to get another MRI that hopefully won't be obscured by, metal artifacts that time. So maybe we can see if there is something going on to explain my headaches. But Yeah, I don't know. But, I was just talking to my neighbor a little bit, and as always, talking to other people who are going through hardship makes you appreciate your own privilege. She has been trapped in the house with her psycho-abusive husband and their 6-year-old for the whole of COVID. He has been verbally abusive to her, like, the whole time. And then, like, 2 years ago, he actually, like, physically accosted her, and so she was able to get a restraining order against him, and she was staying in the house. And then for like months that was the case, and then somehow the restraining order went away. He came back to the house. She tried to live in an apartment that was like super far away, that cost a lot of money and everything like that. And so yeah, the last year she's been trapped in the house with him, and like he's mentally unwell. Like, he just follows her around screaming at her, and like the 6-year-old is scared of him and everything like that. And I'm like, you need to call the domestic abuse hotline. And she's like, I already called them 2 years ago, and all they did was kept transferring me to other people. They didn't actually help at all. And I mean, that was pre-COVID, and so it's just like, I wish I had money so I could just get her an apartment somewhere and fix her car, because of course her car died because she just can't catch a break. And of course she's paying all this money to lawyers to try to get her other kids. They're supposed to live with her, and that ex has a rich mom who keeps paying for the best lawyers. And it's just like, she's one of those quintessential examples where she just keeps picking awful men because her dad was awful. And she's like, really, I like her. I get along with her really well. She's funny or whatever, but she just always picks these terrible men. And she swears, after she gets out of this relationship, she's never going to have a man again. But I'm sure she said that with the last guy too. And what can I do? Like, I keep telling her, if you need a ride or something, let me know and we'll figure it out or whatever. But she doesn't want to inconvenience. And she'll like jokingly make references to suicide. And I'm just like, if there was karma, the abusive guy would die. But as the Korean drama that I have been getting into recently accurately states, there is no such thing as karma. Terrible people come out on top all the time. They end up, president. Anyway, so yeah, it feels kind of weird to be like live streaming and playing a game and everything. Like, nothing's terrible is going on, but what else can I do? I did move the living room around a little bit. I sort of set up a little desk area, and then possibly tomorrow I was gonna have Matthew help me bring this heavy desk out there and then put the shitty desk in here, because the kids are like climbing on it and stuff, and I don't want it to break and fall on them, and basically set the living room as my work area so I can kind of watch them and work at the same time. It is obviously difficult to concentrate when I have to stop every 30 seconds to break them, break them apart. But hi, Rich. You just missed my epic tale of how my next door neighbor really fucking needs to get out of her abusive household, but I don't have the money, and neither does she, and domestic abuse hotline just keeps telling her to talk to a different person every time. So happy days. Anyway, yeah, so like yesterday I did the censored version of the update video that I had done, and I'm curious. Let's go see if it's already been taken down. By the way, you want to see some hilarity? So I really don't like using Instagram, because they're stupid and they keep banning me and everything like that. But they keep banning all these pictures that have a giant box covering my whole chest. This has been up for 5 days with just a Confederate Trump flag hiding my boobs, and somehow this hasn't been taken down. But all the posts with giant blue boxes covering my whole body and whatnot. Yeah, it's gotta load. Anyway, those do get taken down, but Confederate flag hiding my chest doesn't. And I'm always trying to start these social media campaign memes or whatever, but nobody else ever participates, so they always just die. This was the version I put up online instead of actual pictures, and that hasn't been taken down yet either. I'm expecting it to be taken down at some point as hate speech, because saying that Facebook and Instagram loves Nazis is probably considered hate speech. But anyway, so what it's supposed to be is it's called Nudity Not Nazis. So you do hashtag Nudity Not Nazis, so people can click on it and see all the posts. And basically it takes the Drake meme, which, you know, is a thing that already exists, put a picture of a Nazi, you know, like the attempted coup we just had on January 6th, and then you put it up next to some nice non-sexual nudity. So, you know, I made this one, I made some more like here, where it's like, that's fine on Facebook, but this is bannable. Yes? I love you too, honey. You know, there's a couple of prime Nazis there. This gets banned. You know, anyway. And this one kind of cracks me up. You know, that bitch or whatever is fine, but this is bannable. This other one cracks me up too. It's a crying baby, you know, versus me just like happily playing in the water. I should actually use a breastfeeding picture that's been banned on there too. I can always remake them with different whatever. But then like I made versions, 4 versions each of the rest for people that want to post to their own walls. So if you don't feel comfortable having a Confederate flag, you can use this, except that'll if I were to post this, as we've been just discussing, it would get banned. If I were to post this, it would get banned. But if you do not have a bunch of bans in your history already, you're a lot less likely to get banned. And so I just keep trying to inspire people to have the I'm gonna say have the guts to actually post, you know, something like this to their Facebook. And, you know, you're gonna piss off your Trumper friends, you're gonna possibly get that post deleted, but if you aren't facing, you know, daily deletes like I do, you're unlikely to lose your whole account. And if you did get completely booted off Facebook, you should maybe see it as a sign to not be putting so much of your heart and soul into Facebook. But anyway, so if you want to take part in that, you can just go to topless-topics.org/nudity-not-nazis, and you can pick whichever one of these you want. You can just click on it, right-click, save as, or whatever, if you're on a Mac or a computer or a, you know, mobile or whatever. And then if you need help understanding how to make a post on social media, you can go to How to Help. And then I made this handy guide as soon as you can figure it out. Well, that's what I'm telling you right here. This is exactly how you can easily do it. So you know, you go to the thing, you right click, you save as, and you, go to the picture, save as, copy the link to whatever it is you're linking to. So for instance, topless-topics.org/nudity-not-nazis, and then you go to your Facebook or your Instagram or your Twitter, and you click. I don't know why this isn't getting bigger. Fix that. Anyway, you click your, make new post, and then you click like the upload media or whatever. There'll be a button when you make a post, and then you select the picture that you just downloaded, and then you post it. And you can share or retweet messages that I already put out, and it's better than nothing if you do that. But the problem with that is that if I get banned, or if that post gets deleted or banned, you know, it's gone entirely. It's gone from your wall as well. So it's far more helpful for you to save the picture, copy the URL for the video or whatever it is, and then make an original post where you start it as a whole new post, not go to a post and click share. You know, you say new post, upload the picture, include the link to whatever it is you're trying to advertise, the video or the social media or whatever, and then you hit post. And that's how you do it. I feel like that's, I don't know. I don't know why I have so many followers who struggle with technology. If only I could inspire masses of, you know, K-pop stans to support me, then they could take over. Anyway, I'm just curious if we've gotten... So I've got you know, I've got the Topless Topics. Oh, they didn't ban it yet. That's interesting. Lately, so Topless Topics show is the newer one that I keep trying to get people to sign up to, but a lot of people don't. So it only has, what, like 1,000, 1,600 followers, and of course, almost all of those are just perverts anyway. So I made censored versions of these things, put them up. Not too many views. That's fine. Half and half likes. Oh, yeah. Why do white supremacist MAGA Trumpers keep voting Republican? I like to intentionally put tags like Trump and MAGA or whatever, because they'll rage click it and then they'll like shit on me in the comments or whatever, which, guess what? Views and engagement. So thanks, idiot Trumpers. Your old guy with some mental. I know. I'm not saying it's your fault. It's just, I'd be a lot more popular now if I had like K-pop stans who know enough about using social media that they very successfully tend to take over and reappropriate anytime they have, you know, the MAGA idiots try to put some, like, you know, hashtag Biden is a pedophile or something like that. The K-pop group will take the hashtag and then they'll post like completely unrelated, like there's these things called face cams, which is basically when they have a favorite member of one of these, you know, K-pop or J-pop or whatever bands, and they have like 30 members in some of them, literally. They'll have a favorite one, and then they'll have the face cam, which basically just follows that particular person around. But that's how, like, the Tulsa rally, you know, over a year ago, I think it was over a year ago, was such a big bust because Trump's campaign advertised online to you know, reserve tickets. And so the K-pop group, army, whatever, reserved all these tickets, then of course never showed up, and so it was a completely empty, not completely, but almost empty rally. So stuff like that. They're very good at using technology very efficiently, and I mean, we're gonna have to get more tech savvy people in charge of, you know, we got to get some committees of the younger members of Senate or whatever that can control some of the tech stuff, because you got these old guys who don't even know how to check their email passing legislation on, you know, shit like Facebook, and it's just, admit when you don't know how to do something and hire somebody that does. Alright, anyway. So that's that account, and then the original one that I keep trying to get people to go to the other one, but it's like herding cats. They gave me a guideline strike a long time ago for me editing a picture that I was going to sell. They deleted it as spam, and they won't get rid of the warning. And it's been years. So that's fun. Cool. So when I do these versions, on this account, I do giant fucking sensors. Like literally that's it. This thing is across my entire chest, this whole video. And I've still had some like this banned. I think they banned it and I peeled it and they put it back, which is really surprising because that's almost the only time that they've ever... Have I put anything new? I did the whole rant, the bullet out of my head one. I did that last week. I have other videos that I'm trying to edit. I've also, my computer too, like, all of a sudden, I'm having issues with Premiere freezing or like the audio going out of sync, and I don't know if it's an error with Premiere or if it's something with my computer. It's just, no, that's my thing about Vimeo, not working. No, the new one is, bullet ban. Fuck Vimeo is my... By the way, Vimeo did email me something new, and I haven't checked it yet, because it takes a lot of energy, emotional energy and time to check. Yeah, I know, judges are clueless about tech, too. Like, it's all... it's so dumb. We have to... is it like a conceit of ego, maybe? Because you got all these judges who are like, well, I know how to judge. It's okay that I don't know how to use the internet. I can do it. Anyway, yeah, so I did a rant video. It just sort of summarizes what I've been going through. the Adobe software has been freaking out. Maybe it's just some update that like broke everything. I had to roll back my encoding, the Adobe encoder, because I had to roll it back like 3 versions because I would try to encode the video and it would get like 5% of the way and then it would just freeze. And I tried it so much. That's one to why. Oh, yeah. I got shot in the head, 20 years ago. 20 years ago, I was walking into school, community college, and I walked past these shitty apartments, and I heard a zing and felt something hit my head, and I was like bleeding, and the fucking rent-a-cop said to my parents, I understand she's very creative, I think she's making up a story, she just poked her head on a stick, or some shit like that. And then I guess my parents took me to an idiot doctor who didn't do a scan or whatever, and he just said that it was a wound. And then when I went to get an MRI, several months ago for this headache that I haven't been able to go get rid of, they were like, there's something in your head. And they did an x-ray, and it was this perfect little sphere. And I just got it taken out like last week. And it was so interesting. I actually asked them for Valium before I went in because the idea of any kind of surgery makes me so like freaked out. But he used awesome anesthetic, is that the word I'm looking for? Because I didn't feel a damn thing. Like, it kind of felt like he was like tugging on my hair a little bit, but he was cutting into the flesh, and he cut it out, and it was literally like less than 10 minutes, and then he stapled it, and it only bled like a tiny bit. But yeah, it was just so weird going in to get the MRI, and they're like, there's something in your head. I'm like, what? There's metal in my head? So, it was up here at the top. Like, I have a bump right there where I can still feel the staple, which is gonna get taken out, I think, on Wednesday. And basically, like, I literally just always thought it was just this weird wound I had that wouldn't heal. And, like, I did some soccer classes back then in community college, and I just remember, like, I couldn't do the bouncing off the head stuff because of that. And crazy I didn't get an infection. Yeah, I mean, weird, right? Weird things. And like when I was waiting for the MRI, the first one, and so basically I went in for the MRI. Before they did the MRI, they detected the metal, and so they had me get an x-ray, and they found the bullet, BB, whatever. And they asked me if I still wanted to go through with the MRI, but the person that I was talking to was like, it could heat up, it could move around your head, we'd have to have your consent. I was like, that sounds freaky. Let me talk to my doctor first. So I went home, and then my doctor called back the next day and was like, okay, well, I talked to the head MRI guy, and he doesn't think that's going to be a problem. So the day after that, I went to the MRI and actually got it done, but because of the BB in my head, the scan from like here up was blocked out, and that's why I'm going to get another MRI after they take the staple out so that we can hopefully see my whole head. It's still such a weird headache. It's only right here, and it's not affected by light or sound. It just, yeah. Anyway, so when I went back for the MRI after, the doctor said it was okay, I was talking to this lady in the waiting room, and she was saying something about like her cousin or her brother or something had a BB embedded in his, like, right next to his ankle that he didn't know about until he was getting a leg scan for something else. So no, just some piece of shit. It was kind of a wannabe, I'm trying to think of the PC term, but it was a very low income area with really shitty apartments, and I don't even know why we were there. My whole life we moved a lot in this really weird thing where, like, my mom was always the only one that could drive because my dad's eyesight got fucked up when he was beaten by a gang in college. And so it was just this weird struggle where we would manage to convince her that, like, let's move further away and get a nicer house, but then she would, like, miss her mom and her her brothers and sisters, so she'd move us closer back to Imperial Beach, which is another shitty area, just north of the Mexican border, in Southern California. But anyway, so we moved around a lot, and she would go in these shitty areas because it was a closer drive to her mom. But my dad and I are like, because oh my God, growing up, literally every weekend, every holiday, she would go and just like sit there and watch TV on the couch with my grandma. Basically my entire childhood. So it was weird. If you're in PDX, summaries are constantly violent. I'm across the river. I'm in I'm in Vancouver, Washington, but my husband works in Portland, and unfortunately he has to drive home in traffic a lot of times, and it's like an hour and a half. Did I ever live in a nudist camp? No. I've only been to nudist places a few times. That's the thing that's so funny, is like my dad and my mom, you know, used to go to them all the time, but then when I was born, they weren't as well kept. They were very boring for kids. There weren't really any kids. And you know, that you'll hear that a lot with a lot of my nudist followers, like, you know, like, why don't more people why is nudism dying out? It's not that it's dying out, it's that people don't like having a stupid label. Like, I have nudists telling me like, oh, you're not a real nudist because you're you know, you're not naked all the time. It's like, in my humble opinion, being a nudist just means you understand that you don't have to be doing something sexual to be naked, and you can be naked in front of your kids and it's fine. Like, you're not doing anything. I am not a sex worker. Please leave. I got my sign ready. Okay. Anyway, we're a live stream archive to watch. I don't think that works with Plex right now, and I do keep the file on my computer, but I'm having issues right now where Vimeo is demanding that I pay more money because they're saying I'm using too much bandwidth, but they won't give me an actual number for the bandwidth. They're just like, you're using too much. It's this whole fucking thing. Anyway, so yeah, point being, I've never really had much experience at nudist resorts or whatever, but, you know, my friend groups or whatever, I don't know anyone since we moved up here, and I have the kids now, so I don't have any chance to socialize even pre-COVID. But some people go by nudist, some people go by naturist. I always associated the word nudist. Some people well, that's the thing. Like, if you haven't, you really should watch my videos with Kenny about nudism. It's topless-Topics.org/Kenny Nudism. I'll type it out. topless-Topics.org/Kenny Nudism. And we talk about a lot of this stuff. Did I not like going to nudist camps as a kid? Well, that's what I'm saying, is like, we only went to a couple and they were just so boring. They were hot and scratchy. There was nothing to do for a kid. Like, it was just basically adults sitting around naked, you know, reading. And it was like, I don't give enough of a shit about being naked to be like, oh, I'm gonna go all the way out here in the middle of the desert just to sit outside naked. It's so dumb. I always say the one experience I had with nudism, like outside nudism, that I really liked was when we went up to Seattle and we went to Lake Bronson, and it was a warm rain, and it was the forest, and it was this big old lake you could swim in, and like, that was really nice. I also like clothing optional. I like going naked in the beach. I don't like the perverts and the nasty men there that are always there staring, because all these clothing optional beaches, they don't actually have people patrolling them really, so there's a lot of like gross ass men that just sit there masturbating as you walk by, and you know, that's a big turn off. Anyway, let's play some games. So we don't have to play disco. As I was saying, I was actually just typing in Discord and it changed to disco, and I accidentally opened disco, but this is what we were playing last time anyway. We haven't even managed to really make much progress in this game because it's so role-playing and reading intensive, but it's a very like strange, funny style. Speaking of strange and funny, I watched the first episode or movie of Lex again last night, which was this sci-fi show that was in the same era as Farscape, a little bit before Firefly and stuff, but it was this German-Canadian thing, and it's just so weird. It's just weird, but I don't know. To me, it's entertaining weird, but I'm sure to other people it's, you know, boring weird. Of course, there's a lot of shows that, like, I'll watch, but I'll be, like, knitting at the same time or something. Can't do that with K-dramas and stuff, though. That's why I don't watch that many anymore, because a lot of them are not entertaining enough for me to, like, sit there and stare at them. they're just, you know, listen and do something else at the same time. And I hate dubs. But I've been watching this one. I can't remember what it's called, but basically, it's this makeup artist, and there's this guy who was a bit of a famous model, and then he like didn't go very far or whatever. But I like it because the main characters and stuff, they're actually like, they're likable. There's so many of these dramas or whatever where they'll just have a random bitch character. I mean, there are bitch characters, but anyway, so we talked to that drunk guy. We fucked up the guy's... Oh, wait. Yeah, didn't we? We did destroy this guy's game, didn't we? Did it not save that?
The purity of snow always reminds me of the purity of a man.
The last of the Brun and G, exactly.
He's got principles.
The music is so weird in that show, too. There's like the ominous Latin chanting whenever it's the Dark Shadow guy or whatever. And like the CGI is like the most... It's like watching a Reboot. Remember that? It was like one of the first CGI shows ever. And it was so bad. But it was fascinating watching it because it's just the rise of CGI. And just... So you hear about the Beach Spirit. Yeah. It wasn't anything about the you know, camp, like, there wasn't anything, it had the boringness and stuff had nothing to do with people being naked or not. It was purely just, there was nothing to do there. And that's why I keep saying, like, in those videos that I said you should watch if you're interested in more feelings about nudism, is that they need to have more activity for naked people, because with the advent of the internet and stuff, you know, younger people are not beholden to having to go to a nudist place to know that it's okay for you to be naked. Like, we can communicate with our friends and be like, hey, you know, how do you feel about non-sexual nudity, you know, and weed them out or whatever. So, you know, people have more of an option to fraternize with people outside of their immediate space. And I'm talking about, you know, suburbs and cities and stuff. I'm sure it's still a lot harder in small towns and stuff like that. But you're not as restricted to having a place where everyone else has been pre-vetted to be able to go naked. Because I mean, like, I don't have any privacy in my backyard. I have 4 different sets of neighbors looking in. Now, my neighbor over there, who's really cool, who I was talking about earlier, she doesn't care. Like, she walks around naked and stuff too if no one's home. Unfortunately, she usually has abusive husband and whatnot home. But so if it was just her looking over here, like, we'd be fine. But unfortunately, like, over that behind us, there's a whole family of Trumpers, and that guy's not a Trumper, but he's got his issues and stuff like that. But so, you know, the kids are always like, they'll wear underwear because, you know, I don't want them peeing everywhere. But other than that, like, it's really hard for me to keep them clothed. And they're so funny because they'll be like, it's cold, and they'll grab a blanket. I'm like, if you're cold, wear clothes. That's what they're for. But I get it. I apparently when I was a kid too, I was the same. So I didn't even wear underwear because I was Southern California, so I could get away with it more. I just feel bad. I honestly pity whenever, like, I have old videos where I'm, you know, with my dad talking about nudism or whatever, and all the comments are like, ugh, she fucks her dad. It's like, I'm literally just sitting here without a shirt. How is that to you the same as me having sex with... People are pathetic. Did I ever edit? I did, but it's, I'm waiting for him to put his video up, and then I'm going to put mine up at the same time, so, stereotypical activities like volleyball, shuffleboard. Well, they don't, I mean, at least when I was there, they didn't have enough people there, to do any of those, or that stuff was, like, really in bad shape, like, the stuff was falling apart. I mean, like, stuff like shuffleboard and stuff, kids don't do that anyway. Like, they need, like, video games, or just, I don't know, just something. Marvel movie nights or something like that, not just, you know. But then, of course, the old people at the nudist places are like, well, I'm not interested in this. Why are you doing this? Like, because we need fresh blood and all the old nudists are dying out and the kids are not coming. Make it so much easier in clothes. No, because they're dragging the blankets around, getting them all dirty. Plus, like, how much does your body temperature change that you need to worry about throwing the blanket off? I don't know. I just, when it's hot out, yeah, I would love to be able to go without my shirt. But, you know, if I wasn't streaming right now, I'd have a shirt on because it's silly. It's cold outside. Okay. So we already talked to him, but I'm not sure if it's saved Because remember, for some random reason, my character picked his ball up and, like, threw it in the water. Sorry, my neighbor is texting me. And onto the street now. Freak. I don't know. By the way, I got the new Steam Power Giraffe CD 1896. It just came in the mail, so I haven't listened to it, so I don't know if it's any good. But I've been friends with them for like over a decade. It was never an easy friendship, though. I'm pretty sure it was always just me annoying them into letting me hover. I used to play video games with David, off and on, but that was about as close. Anyway, it's just cool. It's just cool to watch. You know, they're still like they're an inspiration to me with my stuff. You know, they're still doing it all these years later, and they, you know, before COVID, they would find work playing at anime conventions and steampunk conventions and stuff like that. And they have people on Patreon and people buying their CDs and stuff, so they're staying afloat. Even though, you know, they haven't made it truly, like they have to work their asses off just to stay where they are. So it's kind of inspiring. I need to bring back capes. I know, or the Snuggie or whatever it was called. Have I done interviews that got uncomfortable? Not really. I've been lucky so far. I think it's because I'm hunting out people to do interviews. I don't really have people hunting me down to do an interview. I don't do 1v1 video chats as a reward anymore, though, because every single time I did, the guy was like shaking off screen and he was like, and I'm like, I know what you're doing, fucking idiot. I know you're off screen masturbating. It's so fucking obvious. And so I just, yeah. I just, yeah. I'm always naked. I don't get cold that often. Well, Matthew used to be like that, and then I feel like this whole, you know, year since we all got COVID in February, like now he gets cold a lot. And my mom, though, oh my god, so she doesn't leave her room anymore because, you know, she's really sick, and she always has the heater on, and she's like buried in blankets, and I go in there and I can't breathe. It's so hot in there, and I'm just like, Mom, I don't know. We need to get you like an electric blanket or something, because I can't even sit in here. Did you hear that BioWare censored Mass Effect Miranda and other spicy scenes? I mean, I feel like I heard something about that a long time ago. I don't know. Everyone hated Miranda. I don't know why. I feel like she was kind of an interesting character. Like, she was sort of like a Jessica Rabbit character, in where she was like designed to be sexy, but she knew it and she didn't like it. Like, but I did make fun of her outfit a lot when I did a Let's Play of Mass Effect, though. I called her golf ball ass, because her outfit looked like a golf ball texture, and it was just, I don't know. It's been a long time since I played. It's funny because the first Dragon Age I really liked, and then I like played a bunch of the second one because I was Let's Playing it even though everyone dumped on it, and then I've managed to play the very first part of Dragon Age Inquisition like 4 times, and I've never gotten past it. I just get bored. I don't know. I want Elder Scrolls 6. I want Arc Genesis 2, which is actually, they're saying they're going to release it in March, so we'll see what month it actually releases. We'll see about Arc 2. I don't know. The trailer, like, who knows how similar it's going to actually be to the trailer. And also the trailer, they have, like, the new, like, orc-looking bad guys, and it's like, there's no humanoid bad guys in Arc, so I don't know what that's about. Oh, the Legendary Edition. Oh, I'll have to Google that. What's that? It's so funny when you have all these, like, edgelords that are like, fucking BioWare with their gay-ass shit where you can romance the characters. It's like, you can literally not do any of that if you want. There's literally nothing forcing you to do that. Let's see what comes up. Censorship. Some gamers willing to die. Haven't aged well. Sitting with his legs, a low counter if you're wearing so it would be a bit unflattering. You can't necessarily in it, but you can raise it camera up slightly to reduce the problem. Gratuitous. Yeah, like that's the kind of stuff. I was always like, golf ball butt. I can't play the do. You know, it's weird for me being a lifelong girl gamer who, you know, has experienced both the joy of video games and the horror of gamers as a group, you know. I still remember early on playing Halo, and like it was inconceivable to guys on voice chat that I could actually be a girl. They insisted I must be a prepubescent boy. Super censorship, awful. Yeah, you gotta. I think the best thing you can do is to have people on your staff. Sorry, my neighbor is talking about her abusive ex more, and I'm just like trying to be there for her, but she has terrible timing. But you know, having a diverse cast or diverse people on your board who can represent other people's perspectives, so it's not, you know, blind leading the blind. It's not a bunch of straight white cis men, you know, doing their best to be conscientious of other people, but it's all filtered through the lens of what they see. And, you know, it's like when they did Frozen 2, I remember reading a long time ago that they had representatives of the actual, basically the Inuit, but of Norway, I don't remember what they're called, but the native people of Norway on staff to kind of guide the story along and make sure it wasn't, you know, stereotyping or anything like that. That's why, like, Steam, you know, they have these, like, game conventions or whatever where it's just basically a collection of games that you can do trailers or demos or whatever for, and they've had a couple where it was, like, one's by people of color or one's by, you know, female-led companies or whatever, and you can tell the difference. In a lot of them, like, it's not even, like, oh, this game has a, you know, black female main character, therefore the whole story is about her being a black female. No, it's just like so many games out there. Why is it a straight white male? It's like, oh, we have to do it so gamers can identify with the main character. It's like, so everyone that is not a white straight cis white male that likes video games or comics or anything has had to deal with us not being representative, whatever. So I don't know. I think just white cis men gamers need to suck it up and learn how to play as a character that doesn't look and act exactly like them. Like, what is I don't understand it. What is the joy of playing video games if you're gonna limit it to like what you are in real life? Like, you know, I know a lot of people when they play The Sims, they'll make like representations of all the people that they know in real life, which to me is just boring. Like, I make the weirdest people I can, or I make like the hyper realized, like, if I could be anything I want, what would I want to be? But I don't know, it's just silly. They just took out the gratuitous booty shots against. They really were pointless. More upset they didn't take the opportunity to add in same-sex romance. The audience took out. I know. I don't know. I like having romance in games, and I wish that, you know, what few games do have romance options, almost all of them are gift-based. Like, you just figure out what kind of gift that person likes, and you give it to them, and then they love you, which is just so, yeah, I don't know. Witcher 3 had some stuff like that I think was pretty good, where it was not, you know, A-B thing, pick the right one and you get thus X. Like, it's been a while since I played. I don't care what gender, race, or gender, as long as said character story good. That's what I'm saying, is like, you have more opportunity for a more interesting story if it's not a straight white cis male. Because it's like, how many freaking times do you have the chosen one who's gonna save everybody, and it's just this regular schmuck? Like, the fucking Ready Player One is like one of the most egregious examples, where it's just literally this boring straight white cis male whose one talent is playing video games saves the world. Like, hello, projection. I don't know. It's just silly to me. Anyway, that's why this game is funny, because even though it makes you play a straight white cis male, at least he's a fuck up. And there's no, like, the other thing too about this Disco Elysium is it's not like good, neutral, or evil. It's like, I'm the sorry cop because I keep picking the options that are, like, to me the most sympathetic, because I don't like being an asshole in games. Ray's characters with shit. Ray's. Is that a game called Ray? Because I don't even know. I'm not even sure what you're talking about. Abby from the last part too. Oh, yeah. Last of Us. That's one of the games I never really... I know it's really good, but I just never really got far into it. I think it's because you can kind of be stealthy in it. And whenever there's a game that you can kind of be stealthy in, I feel like I have to be stealthy. So it's hard for me to just give that up. I do need to play Dishonored 2. I just restarted playing it again because it's on Xbox Game Pass, but I'm trying to get better about finishing games. That's why I started playing Ancestors again recently too, because I'm like, okay, I'm gonna at least get to the desert, because I never got to the desert. Ray Sky. Oh yeah, I know. Like, I watched the first one of the new Star Wars, and then I watched Rogue One, and both of them, like, I'm not a Star Wars person because there's so many cheesy, like, what is it called? Deus Ex Machinas, where it's just like, you know, saved in the nick of time by some act of God, in this case, the Force or whatever. Like, I find that really stupid. I like to have real consequences for real actions, and Star Wars is just full of these, you know, cheesy things or whatever. I do like, though, that, like, Rogue One sort of tried to explain why they had that exploitable thing in the Death Star. I still feel like there's too many things where characters just did things that didn't make sense or whatever. And that's, unfortunately, there's a lot of series like that, like Walking Dead and stuff like that, where characters just do dumbass things, and we're just supposed to, like, gloss past it. And I'm just like, of course he got bit by the zombie. He was too stupid to fucking shoot the zombie as he walked past it. Of course, why are zombies, like, playing surprise? That's something that's really silly. Hi, how are you, new follower? I'm assuming you're saying you're a new follower. Star Killer. Oh, Killer. I was saying Kidder. Speaking of Star Wars, probably last of part 2, Sony was censoring anime games, but Sony allowed a full sex scene. I don't know. I wish that more games did have sex scenes, but I just wish that it's like, so, you know, of course, because people are perverts, every time I get a AMA video request on OnlyFans or whatever, it's something sexual, and one of them was, you know, what makes you aroused, and of course, instead of going into, like, actual physical detail, like, oh, I like it when they what, blah, 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 I went on and on about the emotional aspect of it, and I said that, for me, I have to have an emotional connection to the characters. That's why, like, you know, maybe a love scene in Game of Thrones after, like, 6 seasons of will they, won't they, or something, that's the only time that I'm like, okay, I like this. If it's just, like, you know, a porno or something, or just random people having sex, I'm just like, okay. Like, it does nothing for me. So, you know, a game that has a lot of role-playing up to the sexual scene, I think it would be really cool to have that. But if it's something like Grand Theft Auto, where it's just like, oh, I'm just gonna pay a hooker to have sex, then I'd be like, why is this in here? Like, again, you know, Witcher 3, you kind of have to, like, not even romance, but, like, have a dialogue with the character before they have sex. I think in the second one they start off in the middle of a sex scene, but it's with a character that he, you know, has a relationship with. It's not just some random person. I do think it's funny in Red Dead Redemption 2, though, how you can go to the bathhouse and you can pay, like, extra for her to rub you down, but there's, like, no option to even, like, fade to black sleep with her. But it's like you're a highway, you know, robber, killer person that, you know, as you guys know, our freaking culture is totally fine with violence and everything like that, but female nipple, oh god. Anyway, what do you expect? It's OnlyFans. I know, but I don't have any other options. I can't monetize. Oh yeah, that just happened again. I just blocked a new guy on Twitter, because it was yet again another one of these, one of these, you know, nudists or whatever, who are just like, what, you know, I can't support you selling your body. I'm like, okay, are you going to pay my fucking bills then? So, yeah. So, you know, ad for the pictures, whatever. Good luck on your endeavor. How do you deal with figuring out the line of what is a lifestyle expression and what to involve money on? I always feel like I'm pushing my personal boundaries of principle and ethics, morality, if I involve money with my lifestyle. Possibly I don't like the impression that I would be turning naturalism into the body, and the body into a commodity to be sold. Have you ever had similar personal misgivings or thoughts? To which I replied, as I always state whenever Nature's questions my picture sales, I would love being independently wealthy or able to monetize my videos by putting on ads, but my videos can barely exist without getting banned, forget monetized, and idealism doesn't pay the bills. Oops. And then this stupid fucker goes, I'm not questioning your picture sales. Actually read my questioning. So I just said, let's not play coy, please. You obviously insinuate you disapprove of selling pictures. And so I muted him. But, like, he literally fucking said, have you ever had personal misgivings or thoughts? He literally just fucking asked, do I ever have misgivings about selling the pictures? Like, stupid fucker. So I muted him. But it's just so frustrating. I just get so many, you know, nudists who are like, you know, you should just do all the work and all the pay for everything all out of your own pocket for free. Just do it all for free. It's like, what if I could, buddy? Let's see. Give us a link to watch the stream previous program. That is what I am literally just saying, is I don't really have anywhere to host them right now because Vimeo is telling me that I'm using up too much bandwidth, but they won't give me a specific number so I know how much to rent directly. I don't know. I'm going to figure it out. They're putting an accent over E, so I'm assuming they're French or Hispanic or something. It has to be a scene with two characters that we get to know somewhat. Yeah, exactly. Okay, let's play a game. So point being, if you want to be able to watch past streams more easily, pay me money so I can rent direct server, bandwidth or whatever, which I'm trying to set up with my friend, my web developer friend, but she's like, how much bandwidth do you need? And I'm like, Vimeo won't give me a fucking number. They just keep telling me too much bandwidth. So I think what we're going to have to try is we'll just get a certain amount and put a cap on it. And I don't know the numbers because I'm not a web coder, but put a cap on it and then see if we hit that cap, then cap maybe raise it up a little bit. So I don't know, 1,000 views for video or something like that. I don't know numbers, but yeah, it's just, I can't use the free options. Like, free versions like YouTube and stuff, I get taken down. Even when I super censor my videos, they get taken down. So I have to use the paid options, which cost money. And since I can't put ads on my videos and brands won't, answer my emails or anything, all I can do is sell naked pictures of myself on OnlyFans. That's the only way I can afford to pay for anything. Yay! I hate it. I really hate it. I really fucking hate it. Hi! Alright, so let's get into the game. If he's got principles, you're trying to be a nudist. There is no do. You just don't care. You don't. Being a nudist, as I was saying earlier, to me, it's just understanding the difference between nudity and sex, and you can be naked without it being a sexual act, and you can be having sex without being naked. They're just completely different things. Alright, so let's see. So I got -1 because I randomly threw their ball into the water when I first came up to this group. Let's see, do you know anything about that man hanged? You seem to be playing in a crater. We already did that. I think we already asked him, but I have no qualms. And most of the locals in Martinez, you can't really blame them. Yeah, we already talked to him about this. He doesn't know about the crime. Your time is better spent discussing politics. Yeah, we already had a whole long thing about politics. Okay, so nothing to do with those guys. We talked to them last time. What is that? This game is so random. I just went over it and I was like, oh, I can interact with the ball. Click the ball. Do you want to throw the ball in the water? No? Too bad, you do it anyway. That's basically what happened. Oh, this game is so weird. Okay, so what did I just click? I don't know. Ancient fountain. It doesn't pump water anymore. There's a tree in it. Okay. What? Oh, what? Okay, can I get to that? Oh, here. Bottle. We did get a bag, so we are now able to collect bottles to make money. Check out mobile app, it's garbage. Yeah. OnlyFans, they charge 20%. They take 20% off your sales, which is huge. But I've had damage that could have been caused by earthquake. I had I forgot time passes when you're here. I've had a Patreon for over 10 years, and I still have people you should use Patreon. I'm I'm already fucking on Patreon. Plus, Patreon gets weirder and weirder about what they link to sex, like there's a bunch of Patreon creators who draw like furry art that have been banned from Patreon for sexually explicit. All these places, they get so afraid of scaring advertisers who, of course, are somehow fine with white nationalists and Nazis, but hate women. Is that just gonna sit, or is it actually interact? Worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting. The lieutenant looks down the street. We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder. Okay, let's go. I don't know why I gave him a Russian accent, I just did. You revisit the bench if you ever need to pass the time when he's gone. Cool. Hi! Oh, there's another bottle I didn't pick up. Enormous bulls worthy of a real man. It's like the big red dots outside of Target. Okay, so we're picking up some things. We already were nice to that mailbox. We said sweet nothings to it and made it happy. Literally, that's literally what happened. This game is so weird. I love it. Plastic wrapped macaroni stamped with humanitarian aid. This says humanitarian aid tuna fish, not for resale. That makes me think of Outer Wilds or Worlds. Worlds? Outer Worlds. Outer Wilds is the cool one where it like resets every 20 minutes. Where there's like the giant cannery or something that everybody works for. Maybe, is that Outer Worlds? I can't remember what it is. This says, speakers from the people of Samara. There's another bottle! Is it just... There are clothes inside. Cheap secondhand clothes smelling of strangers' body odors.
Don't be shy. These are premium class clothes. Good quality fabrics. Best retro design. Save the economy with your style, officer.
Retro, aka falling apart. How are you doing today? They'll allow full sex. I know, all these websites are shitty. Well, I've already answered that question a bunch of times, so I'll just say I'm not too bad. My headache is back, but other than that, I don't feel too bad. But it feels like everybody else around me is dying, including my mom. So a lot of emotional stress right now. Let's see. Save the economy. What are you talking about? Haven't you heard, officer? We've got to be economically conscious. Recycle your cash. Keep it in circulation. Don't buy new things. Buy Echo. Yeah, like get us our fucking stimulus checks so we can actually restart the economy. Crazy how just ignoring a deadly virus didn't magically make the economy come back, right? Because dead people can spend money. This doesn't make any sense. Why exactly does the economy need saving? I'll try to be more economically conscious. Hacker switch. I bought a thing to fix the handle, but I haven't done it yet because I'm afraid I'll just make it worse. Not that I really use my Switch that often anyway. Look around, officer. You see all these premium goods just sitting there not getting bought? We've got to keep the flow of goods moving. Yes, Link?
Just when you're done working, I'm going to be a penguin. And you have to figure a cute penguin.
Oh, you're going to be a penguin? Okay. Can you ask Daddy to make me a drink?
Oh, of course.
Thank you, honey. I don't know what to mix it with. Maybe hot chocolate? You need to stay out there, honey. You can't be on TV.
No, I'm gonna open the door.
You're not going to open it.
But it says open. Daddy can give me.
No, Link. If you get on the camera, I'm going to get in a lot of trouble. There's no kids on this one, okay? So just go tell Daddy, please. And of course, it's still too cold for me to do anything in my shed. Okay. Yeah, I know. Like, the fucking... So, I've been trying to research it, but basically Myanmar was under military rule for a long-ass time, and then, like, only a few years ago they had a election.
What sort of drink do you want?
I don't think we have anything to mix with rum, do we?
I finished off the Dr. Pepper, but I can make something for
Hot
you.
chocolate?
Sorry, what was that, hun?
Would hot chocolate go with it?
Yeah, you make
Okay.
a hot toddy that way.
Yeah, how about one of those? Just knock when you get here and I'll unlock it.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah, so like they had a democratic election and everything, and now the military just took over again. And you know a big part of it is because they looked at how easily we almost lost half our Congress to an angry mob. And like a lot of people don't understand how close we came to having, you know, half our Congress, including a bunch of Republicans who are now, you know, voting to pretend like it never happened. die at the hands of a hateful mob. Like, they stormed the fucking Capitol. They speared their shit around on, like, Nancy Pelosi's desk and, like, all this crazy shit. Like, it's just so fucking weird. China's a problem, too. I mean, China's scary. Like, the way they were disappearing, reporters, not, like, from major, but just, like, regular people on the internet, reporters, for showing how the COVID was killing people. I mean, before we knew that COVID was going to be everywhere. Like, all these places, they're pretty terrible. And one hopes that we'll be able to, at least be on the right side of history now. But after 4.5 years of sucking Putin's teat, who knows? Let's see. Walking through Myanmar, it was an interesting video. I'm sure there's some places that are, not terrible, but I don't know. Anyway, back to the game. Let's have some pretend dystopia to distract us from the reality. The economy, you want to live to our children, you're right, we gotta save mother economy, but I don't have children, it's just nature. Oh yeah, like a lot of the options that you can pick in this game are like pro-capitalist, like to the extreme, to the level of parody. Immigrants and look, man, I just want to buy some clothes. I don't know. Too bad, officer. Kids make it all worthwhile. Without kids, who's going to be around to enjoy the economy? Don't let me stop you. Open the box and browse a little. Sure. Weird polyester blends make your body itch and sweat in all the right places. Yep. Cat piss. I know what that smells like because we still have boxes from when we moved up here where my husband's cat peed on all of it, and I'm just like, I need to throw it away, but it's so gross I don't want to touch it. Economical. There you go. Economical, but also trendy. The street vendor shouts, look firsthand, buy secondhand. Keep the economy moving. Sure, I got a high chance of doing this. Something cold grazes your hand, synthetic and sleek, a windbreaker. Surf, it says, but also wind. Summer, 100% waterproof, and sport, all in different typefaces. And it's only 4... Do I have that much? It gives me less shivers. What's shivers? I don't know. You have to look at health system. Yeah, and so my tooth, I got the root canal and they said it was $250, which I paid on my credit card, and then the cap and everything is going to be another $550, which they didn't mention before I got the root canal. And I was like, well, can I just skip getting the cap or whatever? And they're like, unfortunately, you need it because your tooth is very fragile right now and could be shattered. And it's like, thankfully, my husband still has his job so we can pay it, but it's just like all these lovely surprise, There's another thing where this lady is a, like 60 Minutes news spot or something like that. Her husband died of COVID, and then they got a message from the a bill from the hospital for over $1 million, and their insurance didn't contact them until like months later. So for months they thought they had to pay all of this. Like, it's all just insane. It's ready now? Okay. Well, when it's ready, just have Daddy knock on the door and I'll get it. Okay, thank you. My boobs are a little bit hard. I have not breastfed Aiden. Basically, okay, thank you, Link, since like 2 days after New Year's. I was gonna stop on New Year's, but then he like knocked his tooth out and I felt bad for him, but that was the last time I breastfed him. And it still feels weird because it's like, he's my last baby. I'm not gonna have any more babies, both because my husband got a vasectomy and because, I'm 35 now and it's not really good to go through pregnancy the older you get. But it does feel, there's part of me that's sad about it because there just is this like connection to your baby that, I have friends who weren't able to breastfeed their kids and they're like, I wish I could. Like, I'm sorry it was hard for me. I was just lucky that it wasn't hard for me. Okay. So right now I have the insane mesh tank top on. Don't I? Oh no, I have the regular shirt. Because I've been talking to people. So let's see, do I want conceptualization minus suggestion? I think drama's better. Let's have the drama shirt on. How do they expect people? They don't. They expect people to die in the street. Unfortunately, so much of the economy or whatever is decided upon by rich people who don't like poor people. They want poor people to just stop existing. They're not going to kill us. They just want us to stop existing. I mean, I shouldn't even say us, because compared to a lot of people, I'm rich. Okay, so Shivers. Where's Shivers? There it is. Tune into the city. Okay, so for some reason that other shirt makes me less good at that. Oh, but I have 2 points. So I could up something. Endurance. Pre-threshold. Physical instrument. Half-light. I've put very little into my physique, so we should probably physique based. I don't know how to tell which of these would be the best. Bonus from items, bonus from thoughts. Oh, that's the doing drugs thing. I'm coming! Thank you! You're fierce, man. I like it. Thank you. I love you. Goodbye. Okay. Here's my hot toddy that Matthew made me. By the way, I put one of his green work shirts on the back of the chair, so it's like partial green screen. Okay, so see, I know you don't like it when people comment on your boobs, but can I comment on them? Like, why are you asking that? Like, if you know I don't like people commenting on them, why would you? If it's an actual question about, like, you know, what does it feel like to breastfeed or something, like an actual scientific or something like that, then I don't mind. But if it's like, hey, I like your tits, then, like, why? Why would you? I already said I don't like that. Hot toddy high. This says, food gift from the people of Messina. That everything is good here. A helpline to the company that controls the drawbridge. So I could maybe interact with that. Speaking of him talking in like jive, I read the kids different books every night, and like we read the Pete the Cow one, and I read it before a long time ago, and we read it again, and I'm always continually amazed that there are so many badly drawn, super boring children's books out there. I don't understand. Why are there so many books with shitty ass drawings that are like, you know, C-spot run, like that kind of thing? Like, why? How are these people getting published? So I've been talking to my dad a lot about, you know, how we would do things in the future when my mom is not around anymore and the kids are in school, or, you know, or I can afford daycare or something. And one thing I would really like to do, because my dad has written all these children's books over the years, but he hasn't, you know, gotten them officially published. He's got them on like Kindle, but without pictures, is I would love to draw illustrations for them, and both, you know, because it's something I could ostensibly get paid for, and I could live stream while I do it, although I wouldn't do it on Plexstorm because I don't want it I don't want this associated with children's stories, because unfortunately that's the world we live in. They're incapable of seeing female nipples, which are literally used to feed babies as anything but sexually explicit. Anyway, and also to like get better at drawing and stuff like that. But someday maybe. What does breastfeeding feel like? It's just sort of like being gently pinched. I mean, it depends on if they're doing it correctly. Why do fingerless gloves give me electrochemistry? That's funny. If they're not latched on correctly, and that's what a lot of people have a hard time dealing with, is a lot of women that try to breastfeed, is like if the baby doesn't latch onto the whole nipple, or like they only latch onto part of it. No, honey. She's not. I don't think she's even in here, honey. Anyway, Link, no. No, please go. Go watch TV. Anyway, if they grab the wrong part of the nipple or whatever, it hurts really bad. And also, like, breastfeeding can come with a lot of pain, you know, sources of pain. Like, both kids, I got mastitis once, and I didn't get it super bad. Some women have it so bad that they, like, get fevers and throw up. I just had it where it was really, really painful for one breast to breastfeed for a while. And unfortunately, one of the ways you work through mastitis is you have to breastfeed with that breast to get the milk ducts unclogged. But it literally, it's like fire, and it's just, so it's not like I never had any problem with breastfeeding, but Can a monarchy choose a successor outside the royal family? What? Who are you? Who are you asking that? Oh, more bottles. I haven't figured out where to sell the bottles yet. So, we'll see. I got so many bottles. I don't know how many I can even put in my bag. Is there a limit? Let's find out. Ugh. Oh yeah, I got my dice that she gave me for free. Where do I see how many bottles I have? Huh. I don't see it. Oh. There it is. I don't know. I have it, but it's not letting me know how much I have in it, so hopefully we don't grab too many bottles. Hopefully we don't recycle too much. Water lock out of order until Wednesday, 7:15 a.m. I bet you it never gets fixed. I should save. A couple of indicator lights are missing from this control panel. Loose wires dangle from the now vacant holes. In the middle is a lever. Beneath it, a small metal plaque. I should put my glasses on before my headache gets any worse. I still have a really hard time ignoring, like, any scratches or whatever. Not scratches, but, you know, smears on the glasses. I have yet to figure out how to make myself not give a shit. I'm trying. Okay. Oh, jeez, that light is bright. Now vacant holes. In the middle is a lever. Beneath it, a small metal plaque. Trivial success. This panel usually closes the water lock, turning it into a bridge that lets you cross the canal, but there's a crashed Samaritan butter sign in the way. Pulling the lever probably won't do anything. Pull it anyway. You pull the lever all the way up and the metal clicks against the contract. You hear a soft clunk, then nothing happens. Push it harder. Nothing happens. Spring blocks back in place. Some other way. Was there a sign over there saying functional? Pull it again. I love it. The game lets you be stupid if you want to be stupid. Okay. We never really figured out, like, if there was a purpose behind plugging or unplugging the ice cream maker and the ice cream cooler. I think we undid the cooler so that the guy wasn't continuing to pay stuff. And there was something in the ice cream cooler or maker, but we couldn't pry it open yet. The Windsors appointed by some committee back in the day. Oh, you're writing a story where the sun isn't ready. I mean, you can always just make up whatever roles you want. See, I mean, I'm American, so of course we're supposed to say that, you know, monarchies are terrible. But then we ended up with shit like Trump, so maybe there is something to be said about people being groomed for it from a young age. I think that humans in general are just terrible and flawed, and unless we can if we can get people in power to pass the rules that make it so, you know, you can't have like Citizens United corporations buying their own legislators, then democracy might have a chance. But of course, the deck is already so stacked towards, you know, kleptocracy that good luck managing to change any of that. But, you know, as long as most of us aren't being personally affected, we'll just sleep at the wheel until it's too late. Probably already too late. Good day to you, officers! A burly man hangs out by the waterlock, carving up a generous serving of salami with an old hunter's knife. Hope it's clean. His eyes are fixed on a man stranded on the other side of the waterlock, and on an enormous billboard that has fallen down into the canal between them. What are you doing here, man on the waterlock? My friend Barry the Butcher is stuck on the other side of the waterlock. I'm keeping him company, and eating his salami. Well, aren't you thoughtful? Do you want to establish an effort to do it, Palpatine? You're the only one you watch regularly. That's funny. I know, I still don't really care about Twitch. It's just that, like, Zan thinks I should be on there or whatever. I could just do Plexstorm. I don't know. Honestly, like, I don't really get anything from either one. It's just, it's a little bit more interactive for me, and I get to, like, talk to you guys, and also, you know, I'm making content without having to spend so much extra time editing it and stuff. But it is also rough because weekends are like my only time that Matthew's home that I can get stuff done. I don't know. I'll just keep doing it like I am for now. You know, maybe in a year or two it'll be safe enough to put my kid... One kid will be in school and the other can go in childcare. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. We're just doing it day by day because I don't know when my mom's going to die. My friend Barry the Butcher, blah, blah, blah. From the corner of your eye, you see a man in a yellow shirt and gray overalls waving at you from across the canal. I mean, it doesn't look that bad. He could just swim. He seems disappointed about the wreckage on the waterlock and the salami. The man on the waterlock picks the skin off a slice of salami and takes a sizable bite. Very good stuff. Anything I can do for you, officer? What do you know about what caused this wreckage? I wasn't here to witness it, but those look like tire tracks. I don't know why they spell it that way. Is that a British thing? On that sign. Weird, huh?
When you're done doing your thing, we should do a video chat with
Okay.
you doing your thing.
Well, we just did a video chat with Sarah yesterday. Maybe tomorrow.
No, I mean a video chat with just me and you.
Okay, sure. Tomorrow.
No, I mean after.
Okay, after my stream. Goodbye, Link.
Just
I love you. Then again, plenty of Daredevil drivers in Revachol. Consistently stable backup streaming site since Vimeo. Yeah, true. I mean, if, when, but, right? The words Daredevil driver sound ominous to you. Too bad it also takes a year and a day to repair anything around here, especially a waterlock. The rest of the coast is closed off till then. Well, that's a clever way of not letting us go into the next area. So it doesn't do anything. It's supposed to operate the waterlock, but as noted, it's all junk right now. Disabled because of the blockage. Safety measure. Turns out the panel needs a special key to be reactivated. Wouldn't want anyone moving the waterlock with debris still in the channel. It'll be restarted on Wednesday morning. Oh yeah, we're supposed to like pay off the hotel or something. I don't know if that's still a thing. He nods his head toward the control panel. You want to do the honors when the time comes? Do I ever? Great, just drop in on Wednesday if you want to see the waterlock at work. They say the canal crew will be here at 7:15. He cuts a fresh slice of his salami. Tutorial agent. The coast course part of the map is inaccessible until the third day. Emperor is split into new faction. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. Sounds... I don't like overthinking about stuff like that. Like, I could never do a Game of Thrones. Just give me a couple of characters to focus on and I'm happy. So what's further down the coast? Well, there's a fishing village, an abandoned fish market, a bizarro church. Not much use to the congregation, though. There always seems to be something wrong with it. Yeah, not really much else. Just bombed out ruins. Can I have some salami? Sure thing. Wow, he gave me some salami. That's nice. It is salty. It is savory. It is chewy. The hangover only makes the salami more tasty. Damn it, now I'm hungry. Want some too, officer? Then pauses it. Why not? He takes a slice of salami from the man and chews on it. I have expected him to be like, I'm a vegetarian. Alright, let's save. We haven't saved in a whole conversation. What's my favorite Wii game? That crossbow practice one for Zelda. That one was actually really fun. I also liked Resident Evil 4 on the Wii, but that was actually the only way I've ever played 4. I tried playing 4 on the PS2 or 3 or whatever it was afterward, and I was like, I don't like it. It's too hard to aim. Low on morale, put points into volition. I need to finish Breath of the Wild. God! If I didn't have to worry so much about the kids, I would live stream like all the damn time, and it would just be like, I'm gonna finish a game. That's my goal. Day. Okay. Oh, we're in a pawn shop. Film projector is whirling away. You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Some on horseback, others in rags, others yet in bright blue uniforms. All are stern and unyielding in their duty. Try to find something pretty and cool here, then use it to win her back. Win her back? Yes, buy something nice. A figurine. Except I don't know who her is yet because I have amnesia. A favorite TV chef? I do not. I don't really watch. I'm not much for cooking shows because they just make me hungry. Although I did watch a little bit of that one, like, super gothic girl who has... she's like a very Edgar Allan Poe set, but she actually shows how to make food. Like, that's kind of funny, at least. I do occasionally just watch, like, snippets of, like, the British Bake Off show or whatever, just because I don't know, like, the way that the people in that show mess up is, like, kind of cute. It's not like these American shows where they're just, like, attacking, like, cussing each other out. Speaking of cussing, we had Blippi playing for the kids, and... That's still my neighbor. We had Blippi playing for the kids, and, it's just my neighbor still. There's a part where Blippi goes, "What the hell?" He's like inside a store looking at things, and even the subtitle said, "What the hell?" And I'm like, this is a kids show. It's just so weird. Make that a tip, 1,000 PD or 1,000,000 PD, and I'll finish your game. Yeah, like that's what's stopping me from finishing games, is not getting paid enough. Dig up a truly cool shore. A headless man riding a horse, wearing futuristic tracksuit shoulders that say "Fallen." Oh, that's the Headless Fallen Rider. Who? The Headless Fallen Rider. It's an urban legend about a man who rides the streets of Revachol sporting a fallen tracksuit. As you can see, he's missing his head. He points at the decapitated figurine. Now suddenly I want to watch Do-Da-Da-Da again. Which I only ever watched like half of. I don't even finish anime series. I'm terrible. Bargain priced. 50 cents? Hell yeah. Oh my god. Neighbor, I feel bad for you, but why do you always text me in the middle of my live streams? I mentioned this figurine is supposed to be lucky. Always carry it with you. He grins. Big men on big horses. Clad in... And I don't want to say, like, sorry, I'm busy, or she might, like, feel suicidal or something. I wish I had money so I could get her out of her freaking abusive household. Big men on big horses clad in lamellar armor and carrying flintlocks, the kind that would mow down the line of enemy soldiers in the blink of an eye. Who are they? Franconigerian knights. He looks at the dusty figurines in the dim light. I used to be very serious about these guys. Blue uniforms. They're not all blue. These figurines also wear gold coats and caps, complemented by orange trousers. That sounds terrible. They are variously posed, wielding swords and rifles with bayonets. This one looks like Renee. This is what the loyalists look like, yes. He inspects the figurine at first. Then they wised up and got camouflaged. What are these? Which ones? The man peers from his glass box. Ah! Royalist soldiers from the time of the Revolution. The uniforms are painted a bit too brightly, I suppose. My dad likes painting figures. I feel bad for him, though, because his eyesight's so bad. Like, he tries so hard, but he can't actually see the details anymore, so... But he has fun. Knick-knack stand. The set of soldiers isn't meant to look impressive. A few have rifles, but most of them carry pistols. Some even shovels and tall sticks. Are these even soldiers? You're probably talking about the revolutionaries, yes? The man behind the glass answers. Yes, they are soldiers. Revolutionary soldiers. I think their poverty has been exaggerated for effect. When you place them next to the royalists, it doesn't seem like they could possibly win. Let's see. Watch about when the show called Bitch. No, it's not that. It's I don't remember what it's called. It's silly because it's like Adam's Family kind of house or whatever. But here, let's find it. Figure it out. Gothic cooking show. This one, Curious Creations. And so like she actually like is cooking, but they're all, you know. Okay. Yeah. Well, this isn't giving very many good pictures, but yeah, Curious Creations. It's on Netflix. Poverty has been exaggerated. Blah 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 blah. Possible the cohorts. Great Gart, whose bitch it made me. That's a weird phrase. Ask my friend Gata, whose bitch it made me. I think there's more nuances. Sans I cannot comment. Even we can do it, maybe? Maybe. Alright, so we got a figurine to win back her, whoever her is. Isn't there a quick save? Yeah. Okay. There's another thingy. Most military wear with a few more eccentric fashion items. Some kind of machine, an antique cash register. What is that? A typical Martinet street light sits among assorted floor and table lamps. Is that a street light? Yes, officer. As you can see, it's in perfect working order. His manner is casual, but his speech is careful, measured. He wants you to know that he has nothing to hide. The light pole has been carefully cut, and the wiring has been redone and attached to a standard indoor plug. The light buzzes faintly but persistently. It was brought to me to be altered. He leans in so the pawnbroker doesn't hear him. We're not here to investigate the theft of city property. He pauses, studying the light, then adds, You have to admit it's rather clever what he's done with it. 700 real! What the hell? Even taking account. There's also a matter of rewiring, but the most important transformation is the light's placement among ordinary indoor fixtures, which has adjusted its morphological field. The light became suitable for use inside the home just a few days ago. Okay, well I don't want to spend $700 on buying a lamp. Can I interact with this more? Wow! A very large red t-shirt with an impressive print stands out from the other garb. Oh yeah? Oh yeah! Like even the passive voice, narrative voice or whatever is interesting in this game. Let's see. Oh yeah! The print depicts a muzzled man striding towards you, a giant sword in each hand, encircled by burning embers. Behind him is a cluster of cabins engulfed in flames. Beneath him are the words, Helmdall burning. Sniff the t-shirt. What's the worst that could happen? Smells like worn cotton and a little old sweat there. Could have smelled worse. With a you're using your perception smell to tell that a shirt smells like trash. Oh cool, we got another porn bot guy. This is another kind of stream. Don't talk like that or we'll get banned. Alright, sniffing is okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 till he freaks out and calls me a bitch.
Hey, Mommy, can I come in?
No, Aiden. No, sweetie. Go watch TV with Daddy. Sniffing is okay, says the shopkeep, but please don't try anything on. Can't have you leaving your photon emissions in the fabric of things you're not going to buy. See, you're way too nice, Dan. You're like, just as a reminder, there are many actual sex clips all over the internet. Feel free to bother them. False here. How much are you selling? I don't like picking mean options. It's really hard. That's why I never got very far in the Dark Brotherhood quests in Elder Scrolls games, because I'm like, I don't want to kill people. If they attack me first, that's a different story. That's also why I don't really play the Assassin's Creed games very much either, because you're usually just fighting some guy that just works for his boss. He's not a bad guy. I gotta stop humanizing NPCs. It's a problem. Shopkeep sounds enthusiastic. I don't usually carry printed tees, but this one was just such a pure exemplar. Exemplar. I don't even know how to say that. A fan? No, I wouldn't go that far, but I think the Helmdallerman saga. Helmdallerman, sure. Saga is an integral part of our shared reality. I mean, even if the man from Helmdall didn't exist before the adventure novels, the stories have made it so he is. It's simple, really. Isn't it the one where there were all the series where it was man from Helmdall, saves the moon or whatever? Okay, he sounds incredulous. You sound skeptical. It's not that complicated. All that's required is a more robust understanding of cause and effect. Besides, I've been to Catlon, not quite as far north as the Hildal, and watched the northern lights travel across the sky. Very unique energetic tides there. Inland Empire. Very, very unique energies indeed. Geomagnetic ley lines, one might say. Sure, let's do that one. He drums his fingers on the counter. I doubt the real man from Hildal was as poor a role model as the one in the popular literature. But yes, the books are very sexist in a not entirely unenjoyable way. Alright. No, we already went there. What is this? What's this? Interact with that. Welcome to the pawn shop. I guess that's a musical thing. Alright, so that's all we can do here, I guess. Let's see, where else have we not explored? Honestly, like, we've barely gone anywhere because we're just talking to people. God, a game where you talk to NPCs? What is this? Giant bastard sword with fires thing. I told you guys before, basically the most modding I did in Elder Scrolls was either stuff that, like, you know, made getting cold and wet actually have an effect, and also adding lots of cats, because all games are better with more cats in them. Alright, let's keep running. Oh, nothing to interact with over here. It's kind of weird. Okay, we went over here, we went over here. I don't think we fully explored there's our car. I don't think we fully explored in here yet. There's isometric view. It's not my first choice, for sure. But, you know, I'll put up with it for a good story. I do definitely prefer probably first person. I like having an option too, like in Elder Scrolls where you can be first person or you can zoom out a little bit. It depends how pretty my character is. Because if they're really pretty. It's like Matthew and I have been sort of playing this one called Outward, and it's like the graphics are like 10 years old, 15 years old. I mean, it's a new game that's still in development, but it's and the controls are super awkward. It just feels like a really old game that's just now, you know, happens to just now be coming out. But it lets you play split screen, and there are so few games that let you play split screen, let alone ones that aren't like Little Big Planet, where it's just, you know, or like Kirby's Epic Yarn, or what's the Unraveled? We started playing Unraveled too, except that I found out Unraveled is actually easier single player. Like, you can still definitely play it 2-player, but it's like, you know, both of you have to successfully make the jump instead of single player where you only have to do it once. Point and click adventure games with British humor. I like humor. I don't like point and click, like Myst and stuff like that. Back in the day I did play it just because there were so few offerings. It was that and platformers. I really like games where it's first person and you're like discovering what happened in the past. Like What Remains of Edith Finch is probably the best example of that. I like Going Home. I like Tacoma, except that I should play more of that. I was thinking about Let's Playing it, actually. And that one's interesting because you have, like, the videos of people and you can replay the videos and you can, like, follow different characters and overhear different things going on. I don't really like scary ones. Like, I mean, I like occult horror as far as story goes, but I don't like jump scares. I don't like fighting zombies and stuff like that. So, occult games that don't try to jump scare you would be nice. Make this one, I should give it another go. Which one? Transistor. No, I will play Transistor at some point. I just recently tried to VR. I haven't tried to play Myst. Like, I haven't ever even done any of the remakes of Myst. I've only played the original and Riven, and back then, like, I couldn't figure out any of the puzzles. I had to look them all up. Now I just watch, you know, Dylan Dow 3000. He's played all the Myst games, and he also knows all the story and everything like that, so he does a good job of pretending to solve a puzzle, like, oh, maybe if I do this, but he obviously knows how to do them, so he's not wasting time. You know, I was playing Abduction. Let's playing it for a little while, which is made by the same people, and it's sort of it's not exactly in the same universe as Myst, but it's got sort of a similar, like, different realities feel to it or whatever. And it looks good. It's got nice graphics and an interesting story, but I'm just not good at puzzle games, man. Especially when I'm Let's Playing, it's like my brain just, you know, falls out of my head, and I'm just like, I don't know how to solve this. So, I don't really like puzzles per se, but if it's something like, you know, making sure to check every drawer and every wastebasket and stuff, that's fine. I like that. I just don't like logic puzzles very much. Okay, let's see. An old monument stands in the middle of traffic. Island pointing towards the sea. It looks as if it's been reassembled piece by piece, secured and mounted in the air with an aid of numerous ropes and rods. Who is this? A silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads... Doesn't read that. I am Philippe III, the squanderer, the greatest of the Philippian kings of Revachol, son of Philippe II, the opulent, father of Philippe IV, the insane. What was the thing I watched? Oh, it was Terrible Histories. We were watching that show, and they had the 4 Georges like singing a song, and it was like, I'm the fat one, I'm the crazy one, or whatever. I was mostly playing Ancestors and kind of overhearing it, so I didn't get that many details of it, but I want to rewatch it because it's actually made by, well, it's produced by BBC, and it's got a very Monty Python sort of humor, but it's actual, you know, real stories from history, so kind of cheat on point and click games as well, but when I play for the story, it's Broken Sword. I got pretty far in Broken Sword. I think I got to, like, the end of the whole princess where you have to, like, distract the monster instead of defeating it. It's been a long time since I played it. That's the thing is, like, I love games as a storytelling device. I just suck at puzzles. So it's like, and also, you know, I feel anxious playing the bad guy, so I'm kind of pigeonholed by, like, I don't like logic puzzles and I don't like picking bad options, so a lot of games don't really have replay value for me, because it's like you can either be good guy or bad guy. And I still feel like we have a long way to go as far as actual repercussions for the decisions, because we have all these older games where people made a big deal about, like, Fable and, you know, the Walking Dead games or whatever, but actually, you know, all it really changes in a lot of these games is, like, a dialogue option or two. The actual overall story stays the same, and I understand them not wanting to put a lot of time and effort into programming, you know, different paths that very few players might ever find. But I feel like gaming is mainstream enough with enough people playing it that, and especially with the internet, you know, because now people can be like, oh, if you go here, you'll find this secret or whatever, that I think the old rules of, you know, don't waste a lot of programming on options that are going to be really hard to find, like, I don't feel like that's relevant anymore. In fact, I think that, especially with Let's Plays, it's actually added incentive, because then you're going to have this competitiveness between players where it's like, oh, I found, you know, all the secrets. And, like, that happened with the PT, the canceled game by Hideo Kojima, you know, Silent Hill. Was it Hideo? Or was the other guy? I can't remember the guy's name. Anyway, and it was going to be a Silent Hills game, and then it got canceled, and he got fired from Konami. It was this whole weird thing. But anyway, like, there were all these really subtle things that you had to, like, you know, turn right at exactly this time when this sound effect played or whatever. And it was this whole, like, communal effort where everybody was working together and sharing their tips to unlock everything they could about this tiny little demo. And I actually still have it installed on one of my PS4s, and they took it off the store and everything like that. So I could actually probably sell the PS4 for I don't know how much, but I don't know. I don't care that much. It's just funny. Game time is passing. No, I don't think so. I think it's paused when I'm in a screen talking, but Horrible Histories, yeah. Okay, as you look up, you know something about the statue. There's some odd indentations on the king's chest piece. I have a high chance of solving that, so. Even by the standards of Philippian kings, old sumptuous Felipe was known for his profligacy. His amount of doing things? I mean... Well, he blew through the whole national treasury, starting the decline of one of the penultimate century's greatest superpowers, the Caesarian of Revachol. His own maladministration foreshadowed the fall of the monarchy during the anticentennial revolution, an end to his family line and the monarchy in the Isola. Bleh, tongue twisters. Silent Hill's a clap? You mean a copy? Resident Evil? They're very different. Well, I don't know. Like, Resident Evil has changed a lot over, you know, it keeps going from, like, creepy to more action-y to creepy, and I know M. Rich is a really big fan of Resident Evil. I don't like being scared, though. That's the thing, is, like, Resident Evil is more just like zombies and, you know, enemies taking like the, whatever it's called, the serum, and getting like, turning into these ridiculous horrors or whatever. But there isn't an occult feeling to it, really. It's just monsters. It's just zombies. I feel like Silent Hill is more interesting because it's like the design behind the monsters is like, you know, the one where it's like the weird human on the table or whatever. It's a representation of that one character getting raped by her dad. And like there's just more it's more interesting story or whatever. But I can't really play either one. They're too scary for me. Feeling newness, hi Cleo, how your day? Every single new person asks how my day is. I appreciate it. I'm just like, that's the thing about live streaming is I get tired of like repeating. It's great. Things are great. Everything is awesome. Everything is awesome. No, not really, but alright. Blah blah blah. How did they manage to blow through the entire national treasury? Have you met our president? Stories have it that he had his bedroom converted into a treasure chamber where he stored unfathomable wealth. Krugerrands, whatever. Bars of gold, ornate weaponry, armor, and various chalices. He called it the Sol Arum. It was obscene. There were whispers he slept on a huge pile of gold-dipped feathers like some obese dragon instead of a bed like a normal person. I would like to sleep on gold hustler style. The king is the king and he can do anything, but really there's no way that's true. A deplorable face, no farce, no wonder everything went to shit. I don't know. But wait, you haven't even heard about his fabled cocaine addiction. The what now? You see, old Felipe wasn't just good at squandering the national treasure on gold and ceremonial weaponry, he was also a prestigious snorter of nose candy. I don't know why, but that just randomly reminded me of that one picture from like year 1 of the Trump regime where they're all standing around the glowing orb. What the fuck was that? Just add it to the pile. Then never play the Fear trilogy because they just used... Yeah, but see, I actually played the first Fear, and it didn't even scare me really because it was more like humans fighting other humans. There weren't really that many monsters, at least that I remember. Like, I don't know, it was such an action-y thing that there wasn't really anything to be scared of so much. It's like Dead Space. I actually really enjoy Dead Space. I like, you know, customizing the weapons and stuff like that. It does definitely jump scare me sometimes, and I wish that I could turn off the exploding babies, because those ones are a bit much for me. But everything else, like, it doesn't really bother me. I like having the lasers and cutting the limbs off and then just having them, like, follow me around like, I'm a monster. And I also like that Dead Space 3 was one of the few decent examples of co-op where, you know, you're actually fighting together and you can level up, you know, you can design your own separate weaponry or whatever. I don't understand why so many so-called co-op games basically make the second player just like a ghost that just, you know, barely interacts with the world. Like, would it really be that hard to give them their own story? I don't know. Fear freaked you out? I don't know. Maybe it's just because I only played the first one. For some reason, it didn't really bother me that much. Maybe it's like because I just had a powerful gun or something like that. Dark Empty Hallway, suddenly pick up a demon with its scream appears from a second. That's random. Ghosts don't bother me. I don't care. Like, ghosts don't bother me. Skeletons don't bother me. It's just zombies. Vampires don't bother me. Like, giant snakes or whatever. It's just, like, the dead but still looks alive-ish but is, like, rotten and falling apart. Whatever. That, for some reason, is just what really bothers me. Modern Assassin's Creed fanfic using Donald Trump, but I'm still putting it up. I don't even want to... When he is dead and in jail, hopefully dies in jail, then I'll start reading some books about Trump. But right now, I just don't even want to acknowledge his existence. Except, of course, we have to so that we don't fall. You know, I'm nervous about the midterms coming up because fucking Republicans are just going crazy trying to pass all these rules that makes it even harder to vote. And... you know, even still, not as bad as we used to, but even still, Democrats are like, we must follow everything by the rules, blah, blah, blah. It's like, if the rules only apply to you, then you're gonna lose the fucking game every time. And when you lose this game, people die. So, you know, spitting all over the place. maybe not, you know, be such sticklers for following the rules when the Republicans certainly aren't, and they make everything worse and worse and worse. The Asian girl with long black hair covering his face. His face? Her face? Yeah, I know the ring thing. It does bother me a little bit when they twist their body around, like the crawling backward and stuff. That bothers me. The Japanese demon kukurami, I think they're called. I don't know. But basically they have like a super long neck. If it's the hair that comes alive and attacks, it doesn't bother me. But if it's the neck that gets super long, it bothers me. Juon, yeah. The game Darksiders 2. Darksiders, the first Darksiders was fun. It definitely did feel like it was stealing parts from a bunch of other different games. I tried to play Darksiders 3 actually fairly recently because it was on the Xbox, and I just don't, whatever it was that I enjoyed about it, I just don't really have it anymore. And you know, tastes in video games change. I still like role-playing the most. I love role-playing. I love role-playing where you're free to basically just go wherever you want and start a quest or whatever in that area. That's why I'm really looking forward to, whenever it comes out, Elder Scrolls 6, whatever century. And I am looking forward to Arc Genesis 2. I don't know why. I just really like dinosaurs and dragons and stuff. And sometimes you have like this own player-made economy system that can be kind of fun or whatever. But it's easily exploitable when you have a griefer, so that's not great. Okay, stop distracting me, everybody. Come on, it's 5 o'clock. We gotta we gotta finish at least something in this game. Okay, he was also a snorter of nose candy. What is nose candy? Seriously? So he was addicted to nose candy. So what? Played Darksiders 2. You can actually do that. Who's my favorite Pokemon? Not the one with the giant snot gobble. That's for sure. I want to say, like, I do have a harder time getting into the newer ones. I just feel like a lot of their designs are not very satisfying. But I was reading a good article that was like kind of pointing out how many of even the original 150 are just like terrible designs. It's just that, or they're super boring, like Rattata. It's a rat. I didn't used to like Pikachu because it was like, oh, he's the main, whatever. But now I do. A lot of it was Smash Bros. Made me like Pichu and Pikachu a lot because I like playing them. I like Growlithe. I mean, I like cats, I like Persian, I like Vulpix, I know who's my favorite Pokemon. I'm so silly. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but I got this one a while ago. I was kind of beat up because my kids keep finding it and playing with it. Ultria? I can't, oh my god. The name just jumped right out of my head. Eevee... evolutions. Oh, Umbreon. There we go. I'm an idiot. Yeah, I like Umbreon. I like cats, and I like foxes, and I like combinations of cats and foxes, so... and tigers and everything. This kind of sniffing cocaine. Oh yeah, you didn't know that? Yeah, Umbreon. Okay. His Majesty... Okay, that's what the Rivers said 150 years later. Right before they emptied out the royal mausoleum and dumped His Majesty's mortal remains in the Insundlian Bay. So, long story short, I had to dump out some drugs that my mom's doctor had prescribed for her, and then a different doctor was like, no, that's wrong, give her this stuff. And so they told me to dispose of it by mixing it with used cat litter. So I did, and at first I was thinking, like, why don't you just flush it down the toilet? And then I was like, oh yeah, because it's going to get in the water system and, fuck with things. And it's like, that's the kind of thing where you have to think about it. Like, batteries, you don't want them to explode and leak battery acid everywhere and everything like that. And all these things that we don't think about what the long-term effects will be. And as we hopefully all know, plastic is terrible because it never goes away. One of those days it's really going to come to roost. Like, just the idea of the freaking islands made out of trash floating on the ocean should horrify people, but oh my god, inconvenience. I don't know what to do, man. I don't have the money to revolutionize all that. I do keep hoping that somehow we'll be able to steer more funding towards these, like, kids in India developing super effective carbon collecting machines and stuff like that, like, basically find people who are brilliant and give them the funding they need to mass produce it or whatever. I also want to see more use of vertical farming because they've already been doing it for some things, and it's such a cool ass concept. You have like the giant towers with buckets for growing, and use mirrors maybe or whatever, but they get enough sunlight, and yet you're not using just one field for everything. You're having like stacks of them. Like, it's such a cool idea. Why don't we do that? Or kelp farms, they do that with kelp where they have like trenches that go down in the water and just... You're knackered. Oh, that's so cute. I love that phrase. Fairy Evolution trading card game outlines by Sylvian. Oh, I remember Sylvian. I've heard of Sylvian. I haven't played... I played the original Pokemon card trading game a long time ago, but haven't really gotten into that stuff in a long time. There's so many things that I like played a little bit of, but I didn't really stick with. I love video games. I love video games. What can I say? Alright. You guys keep distracting me. Stop it. This is a lot to process. Said it helped him connect with the higher realms. I know what nose candy is. Why is that still an option? It's really hard for me not to click on every option. Like, I must click on everything. Beneath the cold waters of the Elysium Bay, thrown there by the revolutionaries after they cleaned out the royal mausoleum, what happened to the statue? The original was blown apart by communards, then further damaged during the landing of the coalition's airships during the turn of the century revolution, when Martinet was leveled. Eevee, yeah, I assume that's what you meant. Ebola makes me think of pasta. No, I'm hungry. Just kidding, I was already hungry. Most historians think I miss... Every now and then something happens that just makes me go, fucking COVID. Like, it's like non-stop raining, and I would love to be able to take my kids to the mall and let them play in the mall. But of course, COVID. But hey, maybe by next Christmas we'll have enough people vaccinated that it'll be better. It all depends on the rollout, man. And of course we have to get the doses to the countries that are even worse off like us, because we're not gonna, it's too shitty to just be like, well, the US is safe. Who cares about all those other countries that are dying to it? They're not white, so they don't matter. I'm not even gonna go into it. This freaking idiots. Oh, the vaccines are just so the doctors can get paid more, and also so they can put tracking chips in us. Like, how can you be someone that ties your shoes in the morning and believe in that? Jewish space lasers, remember? Most historians think the coalition's hasty landing may have ultimately saved the statue. If the communists had more time, they would have reduced it to even finer pieces. It restored the monument. Some years ago, a group of liberal, artistically inclined individuals, designers mostly, thought it would be ironic to restore the statue of the most wasteful ruler of Revachol in the poorest part of the city. I feel like that's commentary on Confederate statues. Psychokinesis, some more energy cards. Do you have Steam or Battle.net? Maybe you could play a game. Yeah, my Steam is Electrophobian. I don't even remember what my Battle.net is. I used to play StarCraft 1 and Brood War Online a lot, but that's a long time ago. I couldn't really get into 2. There's so many series that, like, when I was younger I loved them, and then all of a sudden I just didn't really care about them anymore. A lot of it depends on amount of time to play, too, because, I have such a finite amount of time to game that I want to play something that gives me something for that, time that I put into it. That's why I don't really play, like, Overwatch or that kind of thing anymore. Every now and then I'll play a little bit. I was playing Fortnite a little bit, like, during these live streams, and it was fun for a couple weeks, and I'm just like, I don't care anymore. All these, I would hate it if I was, like, a really popular streamer, but I was only allowed to play Fortnite. It's like, that'd be the quickest way to make me hate a game for sure. Same thing with, like, horror games. Like, oh, people only watch if I play a horror game. Well, I guess I'll just have nobody watching then, because I don't want to play a game I hate. That's why I never got famous. The statue is supposed to capture the moment it was blown apart, like an instant frozen in time. A rare butterfly trapped in amber, floating on a sea of shit. It's so funny and nihilistic. People in Martinet tend to disagree, as do many prominent art critics and thought leaders who were with more nuanced social awareness than the young ironists. I gain experience from staring at a statue. As they say, we can't learn history from statues. Bronze's face up in the air doesn't seem concerned about what the hoi polloi think of him in death. Not that they ever did in life. What indentations? He already did this. Something with great kinetic energy seems to have impacted the curious around where the heart is. A bullet. Someone shot him in the heart. Interesting. Okay. He cleans his glasses before looking up. I can't see it, but I'll take your word for it. What do you think? Well, Martinet is riddled with bullet holes. This place saw a lot of action during the revolution, but the statue is recently renovated, so maybe a joke. target practice or a political statement. It's a king and he shouts. Why not? He shrugs. What this shows us is guns aren't too uncommon here, and people still shoot them, sometimes at kings. He takes a note. King stands high above you, blah 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 blah. I have StarCraft 2. I don't know, like I've started a couple times and I just haven't really stuck to it. I only like playing the Zerg too, so like anytime I have to play human or Protoss, I'm like, pass. Velcro shoes for a while. Oh, instead of shoelaces. That's true, that's true. See, I don't like Velcro shoes because the Velcro wears away and then you can't use the shoe anymore, so I try to avoid that with the kids, except that when we do have lace-ups, then I have to like basically undo the whole thing every time we get their foot in. Like everything has its own part that sucks. Does he look like Sukoing of Bioshock? Maybe. He's supposed to be like, I don't know. I don't know that much about him. I just decided to give him a Russian accent. Mostly because I can't, I don't know. I can't, I don't want to risk being insensitive by trying to do certain other accents. Okay. Wait, what is that? Oh, that's just that. Damn, that thing is huge! Yeah, let's talk to him. Do you have anything new to say?
Yes.
This is sexy darkness. You seem to be following. Detective, if I may be frank, you seem to be in a deranged state. You have trouble remembering things. You've misplaced your badge. I cannot let you act in the name of the RCM without supervision until you've regained control of your facilities. But what if I need some me? Some you time? The lieutenant considers this a moment. This is a police investigation, not a journey of self-discovery. You will have your evenings to yourself. Okay, I'll leave the self-care for non-work hours. Please do, he says. We wouldn't want your regiment to spill over into the investigation. The lieutenant is pretty sure self-care is just a euphemism for nihilistic binge drinking. Best play is Zerg. I have enough resources to build on 2 or 3 more main buildings. One's producing lava next to his dog. A pro gamer once told me that. It's been a long time since I played. I do remember the whole Zerg Rush thing was so annoying. It's like, come on, let's put a little bit of effort into it. Cool, I can get physical instrument from wearing a tank top shirt. I liked using I can't remember what any of them are called, but I liked using the ones, the defilers or whatever, where they would cast that like cloud where they couldn't shoot and only melee worked, and then having the Zerg come in. It did definitely get annoying to like control everything though at one time. I don't miss that part of RTS. But I don't like turn-based either. I'm such a picky gamer. I love video games, but there's like so many games I'm like, game types. Like I've never been into the what is it called? League of Legends thing where you have like the guys automatically going to a point and then you have like a hero or whatever. I don't know. There was one cell phone game though, I remember, where it was like you would build, the guys were coming through and you would try to kill them to finish them, stop them from going through. Didn't Dota originally come from a StarCraft mod? And it was basically like they would go in a series and you would try to stop them. I guess that is fun. Trying to stop the people is fun, but playing the people and then trying to get them past the defenses is not fun to me. Ramble. The small wrinkled woman does not greet you. She nods along. There's something on her radio. A photograph is clutched in her hand and there is a warm smile on her face. Well, let's rip it away from her. Wanting to someone with a Japanese name or Russian accent. Because I don't want to... I feel like I would be being insensitive to attempt a Japanese accent. Besides, just because he has a Japanese name doesn't mean he's from Japan. Maybe he was born and raised in Revachol and he has a French accent. The photo has an ambrotype from the turn of the century as golden as her smile. It's the warmth of a winter night's fire. Maybe she could give you comfort and shelter, some cigarettes and food money. Maybe she's your... like, every person I talk to, it's like, ask for money. Snap your fingers in front of her face. Wow, that's so mean. No response. Whatever this woman is, your words fail to reach her. Grandma? Nothing. Her smile just keeps widening. Her hair white as lead. Okay, fine. Let's snap in her face. Wait. The lieutenant stops you before you can snap.
She's just a distracted old woman.
Better leave her alone. Why?
I just told you why.
If you say so. But why put her there if I can't interact with her? The overseer, yeah. I like the invisible guys. I will say it was fun. I like anytime you have like a mass of like archers or whatever. So the Protoss, the little guys on the forelegs, was fun. Or the, I can't remember who it was, but they had the big giant thing, and then it would send out all these little tiny ones and attack like a swarm. That was pretty fun. Ooh, money. There's a person there who's not even letting me interact with him. What the heck? But isn't that his money? Select everyone and then look for a unit without a circle spawning in 99%. Obviously, cloak to self enemies when you have a serious enemy. Yeah. See, that's too many things to keep track of. Alright, so here's a guy talking. This must be the guys on strike. They've just been standing here on strike this whole time.
Bastards! We have a right to work!
Man yells towards the harbor gates. His voice is the loudest of the lot, and oddly screechy for a man his size. What's going on here?
Hold up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
The broad-shouldered alpha male turns toward you. He's a full head taller than everybody else here. Well, clearly I should attack him.
Be the honest worker down. We're here to fight for a cause. Strikes usually have problems with people who have causes. Good. We're fighting for a cause here. Right to work. Right to work.
Isn't that what they say in Arizona when they pay people like 5 cents a dollar?
It helps the people see us talking. Cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence. Rights of people, rights of workers to have gainful employment, to make a salary and feed their families.
He's got a list. His manner of speaking is wooden, the tone of voice bland and uninspired, almost as if compiling replies were a set of learned phrases. So maybe he was hired to do this.
Might be time. Don't let the fat bastards tread on you. Cops tend to side with the higher-ups, but you're essentially still workers. I don't trust cops, but I can see you understand the right to work. Right to work. Maybe you should ask them the question. Like why we're not allowed to make a living here.
Bernie's
Shame on you!
I mean, go Bernie. I agree though with the frustration that, you know, at Biden's inauguration, like, here are all these first, like, you know, Kamala's the first woman vice president, first Pacific Islander vice president, first black vice president, and, you know, all these other, you know, great achievements for women, and yet the internet is taken by storm of Bernie sitting there wearing mittens. Like, how, like, what is the more quintessential example of how, you know, people of color and especially women of color are overlooked just because, oh my god, the white male did something? Like, anyway. Maybe you should ask them the questions like, why you're not allowed to make a living here? Shame on you.
We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
Okay.
So do we, scub.
The loitering man hollers. What is a strike? When a bunch of ungrateful, lazy cockroaches can't get their... Oh, I should give him a different voice. I'm going to give everyone the same voice. Can't get their act together. Decide to block honest work for other people. He shifts uncomfortably in his workers' overalls. What do the strikers want? Beats me. They mumble nonsense about boardrooms and workers' rights while we... He raises his fist and starts shouting again. Have the right to work! There's something odd in the way he carries himself. His set of clothing looks vaguely mismatched. The different pieces of attire seem ill-fitting. His shirt's far too small and an unpleasantly tight fit, while the overalls held up by a belt seem to fit a man with much more corpulence. Wearing new clothes, he ignores your question, choosing instead to turn to the emaciated workers, raising both fists in the air. The clothes are obviously not his. Silence is the answer. Something off here, but he won't say what. Strikebreakers. Honest men and women with rights to work, to be useful, not toys, corporate interests. The man runs a hand through his steadily graying military haircut. We came here to help the harbor run smoothly in time. Of course, the union fucks don't want to work. We ought to let those who want to work. I have a question. The lieutenant looks him in the eye. Why do all these men follow your leadership? You think they follow because I'm big and loud? No, they follow the rules of the market, the rules of the economy, because they were given a job to do. You've been talking to him for quite a while now. Something is off with this guy. Ask him where he's from. What's it to you? Deep-set suspicion drips from every syllable. Routine. Am I a suspect? His eyes narrow. Done no crimes. I only fight for the rights of people. We're all workers, right? Workers stick together. Came from the eminent domain in Jamrock. Backgrounds in odd jobs, heavy lifting, cargo hauling, bouncer work. I know the drill. I always feel like whenever they write that, like cutting out eyes or whatever, like that's not really how most people talk. They're commenting more on his clothes more than hers. Well, who's her? There's no her yet. Oh, talking about Bernie. Wasn't very pissed both Kamal and me and Bernie. Many have done both. I don't know. I feel like if they wanted to, they could make memes out of it. Bouncer, where I frequent a lot of bars. Maybe it's one I know. Sweet, I know bars. Been thrown out from several. I don't really drink. Worked at Territorial. Ring a bell? Sure. Was a long time ago. The man is quickly losing interest in talking with you. I want to get in the harbor too. Have fun. Union shits are on full strike. Don't think they're gonna let you pass through the gates. You trying to meet the fat boss? An interview about a murder. I know nothing about a murder. The mention of a killing sends a barely noticeable shiver of tenseness through him. Absolutely nothing? Why so tense? What are you talking about? I'm not tense. Yeah, he's tense. Right to work! He's again shaking his large fist, then turns back to you. It's shameful cops not doing anything, or doing nothing. I don't know why I changed that. You should bring backup. Open the gates for us. Blockading gainful employment for workers is a crime. Well, not speaking aside just yet, sir. Pity. Let us work. What exactly is your goal here? We were promised work. He points to the gates. We'd be in there working if the bastard hadn't shut the gate. Main gate's locked. Would take heavy ordnance to bust open. Could try to get it through the secretary's office. He points up the stairs. Door's locked. The guard's blocking the way to the access panel. Aha, so we have to smooth talk the guard. And I don't mean the scrawny mesk punkies either. Blech. He points at the dock worker idling on the staircase. I mean head measurer or whatever he is. Huge Seminese guy standing up there on the overhead passage. Won't let anyone by the access panels right next to him. Bad. Standing on a narrow bridge, he's got a strategically advantageous position, and he's trained. I don't know how the Union is a trained killer up there, but that one's no joke. And my men are tired and hungry. They're workers, not fighters. Why don't you just talk to them? Like civilized folk, you mean? The man rubs his chin. These native fucks don't understand civilized. Aha, so he's racist. It would be better for the neighborhood if you went home, at least for now, if you can't get in anyway. No, they will give up eventually, or get drunk, leave the buttons unguarded, then we charge. The man rubs his jaw, a perfect, lightly bearded square wedge. Cool. So I still think he was sent there. Ugh. I'm hungry. Two of the women on that platform got modeling contracts. I mean, what does that say about? That's what we have to cheer about. Fuck politics, let's all just work together. So there's the thing that we came from, I think. Or is that a different place? Ooh. Is that a different place? Frites. Okay. Yes. Jump Jams, a popular music mag. Glossy Magazine. Most able-bodied men. This issue holds a top 10 list.
Welcome to
Racist
the
lorry
restaurant.
driver. Is addressed to the lieutenant. Why are you addressing my tone like that?
Don't you welcome to Ravashoni. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while your ancestors came to this island mere 300 years ago.
Interesting.
Every school of thought and government has failed in the city, but I love it nonetheless. It belongs to me as much as it belongs
What's
to you.
happening?
It's men like you who keep Revachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb
I like
up
how
to
his
the
angry voice is still like super quiet and methodical. Oh no, so you're still getting 404. Yeah, Plexstorm has issues, as Zan will tell you. It's always something new. What he means is fixation on the Revacholian nation makes it harder for Revachol to actually attain self-determination. So we are in limbo.
Oh, come on, man. I just said welcome to Revachol. It's a lorry driver thing.
I know exactly what you meant. You think my kind doesn't belong here, that I should watch myself and behave. But you see, I'm an officer of the RCM. It's actually my job to make sure you behave. I would advise you to remember that.
It's kind of random what has voice acting and what doesn't. Fucking A, Kim. Well, we don't want to piss him off too bad. We need to talk to him, so... but it wants me to...
You
fine.
two make a cute couple. You know that?
There's a lot of fan art of these two, of him and the, you and the other guy being a couple. It's kind of funny. Like, I definitely used to be, like, super into, yaoi and stuff like that, but I do think it's kind of ridiculous how often just two male characters that, like, interact at all in a game a game or a series or whatever get romanticized. I've never understood that. Like, the whole Draco-Harry thing, like, what's romantic about putting a piece of shit guy with the main guy? Like, no, that's abusive. Let's see. I don't know why, but scenes remind me of a scene in the cartoon Asterix versus Caesar when a guy says to a Roman what he says and another guy say, then I think he asks what you says. I don't understand any of that. Resumes his regular call, but Stella settled. We have a couple of questions.
What you say, officers?
Okay, well, that didn't seem to change anything. His breath, high tar content cigarettes, probably Astra Whites. What was that argument all about? It's about biological... No, let's see, I'm trying to do French. It's about... how do I do a French? Biological determinism, natural law, the sorting of the races. He spits to the ground. Wow, he is super racist. Not the most popular... Oh, I went back to Russian. Not the most popular... How do I... I can't stay French. I keep going into Russian. Nowadays, with the coalition in charge and all, you might want to change the topic. That is, bury your head under the sand like a common sheep. Still Russian. I don't know. I'm terrible. I give up. Cool. Oh, so you're a racist. I'm not just racist. Look, I've read books. He gestures with his cigarette for emphasis. The science of racial theory has all been proved, even if some people don't want to accept it. People who study these things say that you and me are superior by design. It's like, what's his name? Ewan McGregor trying to sound French in Beauty and the Beast. I liked the live action. I thought it was fun how they mimicked, like, scene by scene mimicked the animated one. Although I admit the Gaston guy having like a whole war thing was kind of weird. Speaking of random insertion of gay stories, I don't know, I thought it was kind of funny and interesting that what's the guy's name? Lefoe or something like that? Like, he's like in love with Gaston or whatever. It makes it more interesting than just like him being a hanger-on, but I don't know. Poor Josh Gad. He was on a couple of Pod Save America, or maybe it was Love It or Leave It episodes or whatever. Apparently he's like friends with John Lovett or whatever, but he was doing phone banking for Georgia voters and stuff like that. And like, he kept getting people that was like, wow, you sound like Josh Gad. He plays Olaf too in Frozen and such like that. Boku no Pico. Oh god, that was one of those really... Yeah, I don't like pedophilia. Don't know why I need to lay that out there. No incest, no pedophilia. No thank you. No abusive stuff too, so there goes like 95% of all yaoi. No pedophilia, no rape, and no incest. And what are you left with? Like, that's why I don't really like yaoi anymore, because a lot of it's terrible. People who've studied these things, I still am a sucker for tsundere though. Not like evil, but just like prickly. That's why my cat that I haven't seen since 12/12 that I really miss. Like, one of the things I loved about her so much is that she only cuddled with me. Everyone else she was very prickly with, and it made me feel special. And now I'm sad again. Okay, we Occidentals should be in charge. Obviously, you can see the merits in that. Yeah, I can tell you. Oh, what was it? SNL. They had that one character that I love that, she's got, like, the gray hair and the pink sports jacket or whatever, and she's, like, very, like, says it like it is. And she's like, yeah, like, when I'm passed out in a dumpster behind IKEA, I really think, man, I'm a member of the master race. I think it's called vanilla, basically. Relationships that aren't destructive and toxic. What's the fun in that, right? Open your eyes. Haven't you noticed something different lately? An unfortunate downturn maybe, when members of the superior race, God, this guy is really full Trump in here, believe in their innate superior, they stop competing for resources. The problem? The damn kids are showing a real good game lately, same with the mosquitoes. He throws a sharp glance at Lieutenant Kitsuragi. And the other through their species too. They're on the precipice of cultural victory. This is what the kids of Boogie Street are going fair right under our noses. And the others too on the radio. Heard any chansons lately? Heard any motetos or leather? No. Dominating cultures, how they plan to win, they say so themselves. It's not really linked to this, but I always just, every time I hear, like, a Christian prayer on a political stage or whatever, I always just, like, imagine people's reactions if they did, like, a Muslim prayer or something that is, like, freedom of religion, but only for Christians. Anyone else, it's like, you're a terrorist. Like, our culture's so stupid. Funny animes, recommend you Kono Subarashi Sekai ni Shukufuku wo Konosuba. You're born in a different world and gets a... I don't know. I'm pretty picky about anime. It's hard for me to get into it. Even back in the heyday, like, I tried so many of the front of our house. Do you think that will set them up? Not petty. I want to assert some kind of control. I don't know. I'm just going to ignore her messages for now. Anyway. I don't know. I'm picky. There's so many, like, cliches that basically the older you get, the more anime you've seen, the more you recognize the cliches, and it just immediately puts me off. And right from the beginning, I had the hentai switch or whatever, which is basically how soon into the series does the guy accidentally see the girl naked or accidentally touch her boob or something like that, and then she goes, hentai, and slaps him, and it's in, like, fucking every anime ever. Even Parasite, is that what it's called? Where the guy, like, the alien gets stuck in his hand. And I watched the first episode of that, and he accidentally falls and grabs the girl's boob in the first episode of, like, a horrifying, violent monster thing or whatever. He's still, like, hentai. Like, it's just, There's no reason to remove my car, especially after you canceled my insurance. I don't know, lady. I'm busy. Wishing wishes a goddess Aqua would grant him wish to join him, and he meets a female knight who's a sadist, which gets horny when she gets beaten up. That doesn't sound particularly enjoyable. But maybe you'd be a fan of the moist forest that only Zan will know now, because I don't think anyone else that's here now was watching when I was let's playing that terrible hentai game. I tried up until it got into, like, fetishizing the breast milk or whatever, and I was like, okay, this is too much, like, I have to deal with in real life, so not entertaining anymore. They say themselves, it's true. He pushes on. Also, you need to realize the dangers of mixing races. Who knows what might happen if people don't stay in their first place. You might end up with new sub-race with unknown characteristics, leading to extra competition. That's why you've got to control the offspring. Oh my god. Like, I want to arrest this guy for being racist. Randomly reminded me of The Sims, though, when you, like, auto-generate kids based off, you know, the parents or whatever, and for some reason it would always just, like, make the weirdest combinations. Very interesting there. I wish there were more games, though, that did have, like, breeding, like, creatures, where you used to be able to, like, the very early creatures game where it was sprites, and you have, like, the different species or races, and so they would have babies, and so it would have like the head sprite from one and the leg sprite from another, and it was just really interesting. Of course, you guys probably heard me say I really wish they'd bring the freaking pet AI games back, not where it's just like one pet like Nintendogs, but ones where you can actually like breed them and train them and stuff. Like, we have the technology to make that so freaking cool now. So I don't know what I have to do. Nutaku games, yeah. The Moist Forest and the Magic Sword, exactly. He plunged his magic sword into the moist forest of her derriere. Nah. The moist forest was supposed to be an actual location. I want to name a band Moist Forest now. Okay. Decrago. I don't know what that means. Blah blah blah. Super racist guy. Why don't you go fuck yourself? Yeah! Don't push your luck, runt. The man gives you a disgusted look, then turns his attention elsewhere, ignoring your presence. Well, I guess I can't talk to him now. 3 T's, how idiomatic. What?
Looking for something, Runt? Huh? Coming to tell me to fuck off again?
I was gonna say, did he react any different? What are you hauling out much anymore? I'm gonna pick some cargo, so it's sitting waiting in your ass. How long has it been going on? The strike, they've been at it a while, month, 2 months maybe. But this here is just the last week or so. What are you supposed to pick up? Apples. Apples is exactly the kind of thing you'd say if you had something to hide. Sounds like a horror story to me. Look, Ace Detective, I come from a long line of Maori men. We got into the rights and privileges. He loses his patience for explaining it. I'm here to pick up a lot of fucking apples, man. Just regular go pick the apples. Again, I just went into Russian. Damn, you're not gonna get more out of him. He's put up the wall of racism. Yeah, they're a big deal. My great-grandfather was a captor, had a royal license and everything. He tried to hold on to our privileges. That's a Carter. Someone with a cap, what do you think it was? Look how deep into history our thing reaches before machines. So he was a garbage man. Not at all. We are part of a guild and everything is very ancient, very prestigious. Sarah Carter's guild. Goddamn right. They have been trying to fuck us off out of our heritage in the name of profits, and when they try to replace us, they'll regret it. There's so many allegories in here to like real life, but I don't even want to posit about it because maybe I'm wrong, and also that's too exhausting, and I'm not playing a video game to be reminded about what's going on in real life, right? Give me my privileged ability to tune out. If I'm the ask mark my words, generation and practicing no laughing matter. Okay. I didn't even ask him a single question about the murder. Oh, your keyboard on your Surface. I literally just replaced my keyboard on my Surface because my other one was broken, and it's really weird to me. It's not even attached to the case. It's like wireless. So Bluetooth, and you could actually take it completely off the thing. I didn't realize that when I bought it. I just wanted a new one because my old one was broken, and all I could use was a tracking pad. Shadowrun. No, yeah, this feels a lot like Shadowrun. What little I played of the Shadowrun game. The setup is also very Shadowrun-y. It's like a more low-tech version of Shadowrun. Oh, let's go in here. Zero and Steam is sent your friend. Oh, okay. I don't ever, like, I have, like, a bunch of friends on Steam that I don't even know where they came from, and I never interact with any of them. Back in the day when I used to only do video game videos and none of the, heinous female nipple stuff, like, all these people would send me requests, and then I just Play Ark with me, man. That's what I want. I want some people to play Ark with. A melancholy pop song plays on the radio, especially since my husband doesn't have any interest in Ark anymore. The tar, I don't know, machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle, 10 cents. Oh, good! I can get money! I got $1.50 from all the bottles that I grabbed. Yay! Okay, well that's definitely not worth it. What was that? San Baptiste Pharmaceuticals. A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs. They all bear the Saint Baptiste Pharmaceutics logo. Their logo is the bloodless rose, pure white, untouched by harm. Just ask me if you need anything from St. Baptiste. We don't stock prescription meds, but we do have Nosifed, Druamine, Magnesium, and Hypogama. Blech. Do I have a Disco server? I didn't know there was a server for... It was registering multiple touches on screen. Oh. That's place for a German community. I told them I have a lot of work to do. They still expelled me from the team because I couldn't get through online. That's stupid. That's what I keep saying, you know, that's the nice thing about not being, like, a professional Let's Player or whatever, is I'm not beholden to only do the one game and always get them on. Like, I would like to have more, you know, reliability about when I get videos out and stuff like that, but I got personal life priorities. Like, my mom is dying and I got young kids and I'm the only one raising those kids, so, you know, because my husband's at work all the time, so... I just tell people I do the best I can, but if you're gonna get all huffy because I can't come out with new content all the time, you can just leave. You can just leave. Yeah, we do have a Discord, but we ask you not to be a pervy dick, so you can just go to topless.org/chat and there's a link to it. But yeah, there's always so many people that join the Discord and then never talk. I'm very confused by it. But maybe they just log in expecting sex, don't find any, and then leave. I don't understand. I don't know what these people, what they're thinking when they do stuff like that. Okay, let's see. What do these products do? Who's St. Baptiste? Do you have any ammonia? I don't know. Let's see. Nosifed is a nasal spray, and Druamine is a really good painkiller. Magnesium is a dietary supplement. Hypogama is... She stops. I don't really know what Hypogama is. It makes you feel less shit. It's recommended to use after lots of partying, studying, or exercising. You know, shoot it back to the driveway. Oh my god. I'm just gonna let her take it out on my phone. I want to buy her some therapy, like some there's a $75 for a half-hour video chat session through Talkspace, I think it's called. But that's a lot of money. I don't have that much money, and also I don't know if I could even get her to use it. And also, what can you really accomplish in half an hour? It's still really expensive. I only go to my psychiatrist because with Matthew's insurance, it's only $20. Like, years ago when I was on Kaiser and paying for it myself, like, for some reason, they didn't comp any of the mental health, so, like, every 15-minute visit with a psychiatrist was literally, like, $300. And, you know, I went for so long without any kind of medication because it was just, like, I can't justify spending that much money for feelings. Like, why can't I just make myself not feel these things? But, a drug for discos. Well, that would make sense. Okay. So all I've done so far is collect bottles and talked to a guy that seems like he was hired to represent the scabs in the workers' strike, and then talked to a really racist lorry driver. So yeah, that was fun. Could you be a little more specific? I don't know what I'm clicking on. She chews her bubblegum absent-mindedly. No, sorry, I'm not like a doctor or anything. I mean, as we've proven with that one pharmacist that intentionally spoiled, 700 doses of the vaccine because he he was also a flat earther, and he thought that, like, it had something to do with the government tracking or whatever. Clearly, you don't, need too much training to be a pharmacist, or at least, if you know the right people, you can bypass that training. I noticed when I went to pick up my pills the other day, that the pharmacist there was a nose gaiter. She had her mask down under her nose, and it was like, you work with medications and drugs and stuff like that, and you're not, like, you don't think COVID is real? Like, ugh. Oh, yo. Y'all know how that goes. Alright. Let's see. Nose fed heals 1 health. Dramamine heals 3 health. Magnesium deals 1 morale. Hypnogamma deals 3 morale. Well, both mine are full right now anyway. Who is Saint Baptiste? Saint Baptiste? She nods slowly at the cabinet. The pharmaceuticals company? I like how patient all these people are with the fact that I have no memory. Like, I ask some really obvious questions, they're like, yeah, like, this is the United States, and, like, our ruler is this, like, really orange-faced guy who thinks that the whole world is made on TV, and he, like, only drinks Diet Coke all day. Admitted that would be a lot to swallow if you lost your memory. 500 doses, yeah. I hate the guy in which talk nice to girls, only get them back in bed, discover never call him again, talk to a girl and discover real interest in her. So I remember, like, certain countries, they actually use the word disco to mean, like, a dance club. I was just thinking, I was like, we don't really have discos anymore. I do miss, like, I was never really, I never really did parties or anything like that, but I've had a couple of fun interactions in clubs where, like, I would go and just kind of find a group of girls and sort of, like, make friends with them for the night. A lot of bad experiences too, though. A lot of gross-ass guys, like, pinning me against the wall. But I was too nice then, Now I'm like, I'll just tell men like that to fuck off. Like, I feel awkward doing it, but it's like, either tell him to fuck off or ruin the whole night not wanting to hurt his feelings, But, yeah, I don't think I'm ever gonna feel safe being in a big group of people for a really long time. Not that I really felt safe, rape and date drugs and stuff like that before anyway, but yeah, discotheque. That's what it's like, French or Spanish or something like that. Like the word is very similar to that. I don't know. I did start doing a Duolingo for Japanese again, though. I've actually been doing it pretty consistently, but I still have a hard time switching from, like, learning from a book kind of thing to, like, actual conversation. It's just, for some reason, I get stuck and I forget all the words to everything. But if I keep going, maybe I'll get there. Anyway, blah, 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 that one out there. She is right. St. Betty, the company, derives its name from the city. So named because that's what it is. A rare case that really is the full etymological history as far as anyone knows. Do you have any ammonia? Yeah, there's, like, an ampoule somewhere. I have an ampoule already. I don't really want any of that. I already have magnesium and stuff. You should, is when you don't look at your drink, put a hand on it. Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. Oh, I want to see Promising Young Woman so bad. I saw the trailers for it a long time ago, and it just looks like the most perfect. So if you haven't seen the trailer for it, basically she pretends to be, like, drunk at a club or whatever, and then the guys take advantage of her, and then they don't really tell you in the trailer. I presume she kills them. I don't know, but it just looks like a really cool, like, Jennifer's Body's sort of a similar kind of thing. And I mean, I can understand if you lack the training to be told, like, actually, like, this is a thing. This is why we need to have not just abstinence-only sexual education, but we also need sexual education that has to do with, like, how it's appropriate to approach people, whatever, because unfortunately a lot of people who aren't woke, don't really think of having sex with a drunk person as rape. They're just like, well, I didn't, like, hold her down as she was kicking and screaming. Like, you need to make sure that everyone hears these conversations, not only people that are seeking out information like that. But, you stay watching for each other. Yeah, like, I never went out. Like, I never went into these clubs with these people, but I have had male friends that claim that they do that for their friends. Maybe they do. I don't know. Some of the people that I've known that, like, talk about themselves as, like, defenders of women and blah, 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 have turned out to be pretty shitty people. Ironically, 2 of them that I can think of are totally separate men, but they're bald white guys, and turns out they're pathological liars and narcissists, but they have this idea of themselves as this, like, super awesome friend to, you know, whatever. People's perception of themselves. You know, again, as my Fallacy of Good Men video, people have a perception of themselves that as what they want to be, and when you challenge that perception of themselves, it's easier for them to say you're wrong than to think, maybe I'm not as perfect as I think I am. Drunken master martial artist. I mean, oh, for the killing people in the, yeah, that could be a clever turn of events. The code drops are famous because the girls doesn't remember what happens between the time and the drops take effect. That's horrible. I May Destroy You is a really good show too. It's only one season on HBO, and basically the whole story is about the girl. She has a blackout memory, but she, like, wakes up with an injury, and she can only kind of remember what happens. And it's a really good show. Like, one of her friends, you know, tries to be really supportive of the whole thing, but you can tell that it gets to the point where the friend is sort of, like, wants her to just let it go, because they still haven't found the rapist or whatever. And she sort of has this moment where she's like, just let it go. And then the protagonist rightly is like, you know, just because it didn't happen to you, you might forget it, but, you know, I'm never going to forget it or whatever. I don't know. It's a good show. I really like it. I want to see, I hope there's a season 2. I'm not sure. They kind of made it sound like it might end, but there's a lot of good shows out there. There are. Display of cigarettes, alcohol bottles lining the shop wall, inviting you closer. Again, if I had a lot more time to make videos and stuff like that, like, I would love to do more regular, like, you know, review of a game I just played or a movie I just watched that I really liked or hated and that kind of thing, but I do what I can with what time I got. Oh my god, it's only 5:47. I don't know if I'm going to play this for a whole other hour. I'll be honest, this is a lot of reading. I'm a little tired. Maybe we'll play some more Control. I'll let you guys decide. Control or Noida, or I guess I could be convinced to play Fortnite, though I'm not really thrilled about it. Or I can show you what I've been doing in Ancestors, which is the one where you play as apes and you have to, like, learn how to use tools and stuff. Except that they haven't done a patch for it since, like, August of last year, even though it's, like, a brand new game. And I'm September, and I'm suspicious of new games that just kind of stop patching entirely, because it's still a very limited and broken game. And it definitely kind of feels like one of those cases where they hyped it up, bought all the pre-sales, and then just abandoned it. Completely voice acted. Okay, I'll look into it then. You vote Control. Happy the daughter of an ex-cop gets imaginary friend. Yeah, my husband watched that. From every time I looked up, it was very gross, like a lot of violence and stuff, and I'm not really a fan of that, but, yeah. But again, I only, like, looked up and saw pieces of it as he was playing. Okay, let's finish up in here, and then let's switch to Control. The bottle's winking in the light, the smokes too glitter in their wrapping, it's like looking into a kind of heaven, your knees are weak. I'm in heaven, I need it all so bad, say nothing, just take it in. This is not a good place for a recovering addict. The clerk looks at the wall of the goods behind her. Guess not. No. She adjusts her hat. I still think it's so funny, like, in a dark way, that this game almost kind of encourages you to do drugs, because it does, you know, give you different effects, but at the same time they give you negative effects. And, like, a lot of games have, like, that, too, like Fallout and stuff like that, where it's like you drink something that makes you more charismatic, but worse at hacking or something like that. I think this one is a little more interesting, where it seems like, you know, you get addicted to it, and so it's like you get to that point where you need it to even function at a base level, which is what's, you know, really bad about addiction or whatever, is it's not like, you know, every time you drink a Red Bull it gives you more energy. If you drink Red Bull every day, you know, your body is going to go into withdrawal if you don't drink it, and also you're doing horrible things to your heart rate and everything, whatever. You both alcohol damage your health, but I guess you already know that. Do you sell any? Okay, I don't really care. I don't want to do this. Okay, let's switch to Control. Let's do something a little bit more active. Yes, I want to go back. These 3 to 7 streams are just really tiring. Oh, that's not meant to click. Okay. Logitech. So I can switch over to the correct profile. I guess I'll put my glasses back on. Ugh. I had like a whole week almost, starting like the day before they took the BB out, where for some reason my headache was basically gone. But it's back, so whatever. Where's control? There it is. Set as persistent. Okay. Oh, that's so cute. That's another thing I wanted to do, is I wanted to like make a chart with like every single Pokemon and just basically draw each one at least once while live streaming. But ain't nobody got time for that. Lord. Okay, I'll have to look into it when I'm not streaming. Control Ultimate Edition. I don't know, man. I just get the game when they're on sale. I don't know what edition they are. Immediately had mouse. I know. Luckily, I don't feel like it doesn't hurt at all anymore. I was a little worried this morning. I woke up and this tooth was hurting, and I was like, oh, fuck. But it stopped hurting after a couple of hours, so. It's just one thing after another, you know? But I'm happy to not have the, like, panic attacks that I was having for 3 or 4 months there, because those were really scary. I felt like I was having a heart attack. Of course, you know, the headache thing is worrying also, because even though they said they didn't see anything in the one MRI, I'm like, maybe there's a tumor and you just didn't see it. But we'll see. It didn't hurt. It was weird. It was, I took a Valium because I'm freaked out by like surgery of any kind, but he used this amazing anesthetic and I didn't really feel anything. All I felt was like a faint tugging, as if he was like pulling on my hair, and it took like less than 10 minutes. And he stapled it when he was done. There was a tiny bit of blood. Like, it was really no big thing. Even the root canal, like, I took a Sudafed before, so I managed to not have a stuffed nose for once, because I always tend to have a stuffed nose during dental stuff, which is really horrible, because then I'm like trying to breathe at the same time as they're doing stuff in my mouth. And they put like a dam with like almost latex, but they said it was non-latex thing where it's around the tooth, so like I didn't even have anything really going in my mouth. But I think the only reason the root canal wasn't bad is because the nerve was totally dead. I think if the nerve was not dead, because they did a filling on that tooth a year ago, and then obviously that didn't hold, and that's why the nerve ended up dying. But I was just thinking about you, Kanto. I was like, I haven't seen him in a while. My hair is actually like in an in-between state. We're gonna do it all the way magenta with hot pink highlights, but my neighbor's been doing it and she only has like, you know, so much time. Plus we're doing it in the garage for airflow, and it's really freaking cold right now, so we can't really stand to do it for more than a couple of hours. Okay, I gotta remember how to play. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Whoa, Jesus! I'm trying to remember how to play. Oh, it's wheelchair guy. Dang it. I don't remember how to play! Okay. That was fun. I felt the drill. There's no pain. It would be the same for you. I took no Valium. Yeah, well now I feel like kind of... He actually prescribed me 2, and I took 1, and I didn't even need the second one, so now I got it sitting around, so I figured one of these days, maybe when I'm stressed out, I forgot how to dodge. How do I dodge? Oh, yeah. I remember. Just keep it. Well, you missed my story earlier. So my mom got prescribed OxyContin, which is that one that, you know, people in the Appalachians are overdosing on crazily or whatever. And we got a brand new bottle of it for her. And then 2 days later, the nurse from hospice came and was like, no, that's too strong. You should dispose of it and give her morphine instead. So then I disposed of this brand new bottle of OxyContin. That's just weird. Oh, Jesus! Ah, I can't remember how to play. I'm like figuring all the controls out as I go. But I am excited to see how Oregon, being the first state to remove criminality for drugs, and instead it's just it's an addiction. You know, they're going to treat it, and supposedly they won't actually put people in jail for small amounts. I think they still will bust drug dealers, which, you know, makes sense because they're ruining lives. But it'll be interesting to see how it happens, because, you know, we've been trying the whole let's put everyone on drugs in jail thing for a while now, and doesn't seem to be, you know, helping. People are still doing drugs. Drug dealers are still making money. Just get the research out there to tell people, give them an informed choice. If you do this drug, you know, your heart rate may go much faster, or, you know, you brain damage. But, you know, be honest with them too. Like, yeah, you know, you'll feel this way. Like, they say that with, like, antidepressants and stuff, you know. I mean, that's a drug, and it's like, well, this will make you less sad, but, you know, it might give you nausea, or it might, ironically, a lot of the medicines, they're like, might cause suicidal thoughts. Even ones that are supposed to treat suicidal thoughts might cause suicide. It's weird. That's the hard part, is everybody reacts differently, and, you know, in a lot of unfortunate cases, you don't know. Like, Matthew's very afraid of taking any kind of psychiatric drug, because he's heard horror stories, or had friends, you know, have friends, you know, friend of a friend, go through some really rough things where they tried a new medication and it, you know, did something horrible to them. The most infamous one is when his friend's adolescent autistic son tried a new medication, and he went into this blind rage of, like, throwing furniture and screaming and breaking things, and that's completely unlike this kid. And then when it ended, like, later that day, the kid had no memory of it. And I mean, that's horrifying to think of that. But we all like to think, you know, crazy is an on-off switch, but it's really not. It's just a matter of changing your perception of what's okay or not. I mean, look at the freaking Capitol coup. You got all these people that are like, I'm a patriot, that's why I smeared poop on Nancy Pelosi's desk. Anyway, let's see. This is free on PS. Oh, I didn't even realize that. Game reminds me of the game Prey. Prey's good. I like Prey. Although some freaking asshole on YouTube ruined the story for me. Like, I don't even remember what the conversation was, but it was something in comments, and then I mentioned Prey. I was like, oh, I'm gonna go back and play Prey now, and he's like, oh yeah, and then he spoiled the story for me, so that was annoying. I kind of knew where it was gonna go, though. Apropos drugs, because of political thing, I'm glad Trump isn't president, because he acted like Corona is only in imagination. Oh yeah, like, it'll disappear in April, you know. I just know it wasn't very good. I played it on Xbox. Really wondering about it. It's like, I'll translate English to German the other way. I need some time. Yeah, like, I can understand Japanese a lot faster than I can speak it. I liked Prey. The thing I didn't like, though, is that, like, the more alien powers you take on, then the more, like, alien you become. And all the cool powers were the alien powers. So, like, there's like one where you can transform into any object, so you can turn into, like, a coffee cup and try to sneak past enemies that way. I really do like games that give you a variety of methods. Like, there's the sneak method or the blast through method or whatever. And unfortunately, a lot of games claim that they have that, but you can always tell that one of the methods is, like, the preferred one. It's like Dishonored, for instance. If you just blast through and kill everyone, like, it makes the area very empty, and I'm just double checking there's nothing else to pick up, but it makes, like, everyone's afraid of you, and it's very empty and everything, so it's like, why would you want that game option? Alright, I'm not sure what we're doing right now, but they were bad guys, so... Oh yeah, this is the room where all the people died. How do I... Okay, so Q is the protection, F is change my gun type, and then E is pick stuff up, R switches shoulders. I'm trying to remember all the different... What was the one to put stuff back down? Okay, F. Or R does that. Okay. So we came in here before. Hey, there's an MRI machine, I think. Oh, it's really tiny. That must just be the head. The guys all died when we opened up the object. So we gotta figure out what we're doing. because you have some Xenomorphs top shoot in Star Trek. Have a good night. Shift is my dodge move. That's right. No, I don't think it was mandatory. It definitely made certain areas easier. Ask questions, video about games or something like that. Sure, I love talking about video games. I could talk about video games all damn day. Game. That's my happy place. You know how some people talk about cars or music, or I don't know how Zan talks about the Federated Universe. That's how I am about video games. Alright. Damn it, there's guys again. I'm trying to figure out where I need to go. Have some filing cabinets! This is a very satisfying game for telekinesis. This is one of the few games that telekinesis is really, really satisfying. I mean, it's been a long time since I did it, but I do remember in Ravenholm, in Half-Life, having a fan blade thingy from a what do you call it? Not recycling. Air conditioning unit, and just like throwing that at all the zombies. Ah, come on. And I'm out of ammo. I mean, juice. There. Hit him with a... There we go. Okay, so let's see. Let's look at our map. It's a one-way conversation. Okay, so let's see. Find the Blackrock Court. We went there already. Was there... I'm trying to remember how to get into my journal or whatever it was. There was like a journal, wasn't there? Gosh, I haven't played this game in a while. Okay, blah 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 blah. Combat, other, open, missions. That's it. Okay. So, spin maneuver, kill enemies with service and spin mode. Hiss elevated and the research center. Oh yeah, those were those like have to do them in a limited amount of time thing. Do I have spin unlocked? Let's see. Grip shot. I don't have spin yet. Do I? No, I only have shatter. Okay. Missions. So, let's see. Don't pan anyone until I've shown them my newish side. Yeah. We only had one person that even came in and said anything sexual, and then they didn't say anything else, so I guess they just left. That's no fun. Okay, so Blackrock, and then we got these ones. Charge. What is charge again? What ability is charge? Controls. Let's see, charge. Doesn't say. What is charge? Switch weapon, shield, launch. Was it a kind of weapon mod? Because I don't remember anything about charge. Linux handheld. Oh, you guys are gonna get nerdy again. Okay, well, I don't know what charge is, so let's do this one. Okay, so that's in the research sector using launch. Well, I like launch, so that's easy. Elevated research sector. Okay. Where is the research sector? Research. Can I change level? I can't change level. Where the heck is research? Central research? Is that what I want? Can't I quick travel somehow? Thought I remembered being able to quick travel. Or do I have to be at a quick travel spot? Dang it. I'm confused. Okay, let's go back up. That is one thing about this game, is the areas tend to look all the same, so it's a little confusing. There's a quick travel point. Okay, so We want to go to research. I think we can just run to go to research. Let me just stop being nerd. My little collection of nerds. Well, I'm trying to find the research section so I can do the launch thing. I'm assuming this is where they want me to do it. How do I get back my... Do I have to activate something to do this? Or do I just do it? I'm in the research. Is the central research not the research center? I don't know. There's a question mark house up there somewhere. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. So I need to find his elevated, which are the is that what I want? No, not case files. Research and records. There we go. His elevated. There. Oh, it's just the flying around guys. That makes sense. Okay, so we need to find some flying around guys, but there's none spawned, so I don't know how we're gonna get them to spawn. I remember playing in this room before and getting super freaking lost. Okay, well, that's just a regular guy. I don't care about that. I just really like using my telekinesis. It's just so fun. What's not to love? Oh, here's some guys. Oh, good. Mail tubes. Delivering the mail. Another such cheesy things. Okay. Dr. Darling's office. I don't know. Did we? We must have come in here before. What is that? Oh, that's just to turn that on. Nothing else to interact with. Okay. Well, I don't know how to make elevated guys spawn, so. Oh, here's a thingy that goes to another area. Do I want to go in here? That's the ashtray. Oh no, we couldn't do that right. There was the ashtray maze and I gave up trying to figure that one out. Okay. So, it wants us to go to a black site or something. I don't know. Let me kill these guys. How do I make the flying guy spawn? Oh. Oh, good! Spawn! Elevated! Exploding guy! Yeah! Boom! Did I do enough yet? Did I get him? Did I get him, boss? Paranatural collection. Oh. Okay. What does it want me to do? Go to the energy. Okay. If I can figure out how. Where does it want me to go? Energy converters. That's the middle thing, right? Middle. Energy. Da. I guess I don't have to finish killing everyone. It's just really hard to not kill everyone. Woo! Haha! Don't fall down there. That'd be bad. Okay, so NSC energy converters. That is. Where's that? Head over to maintenance. Okay, maintenance. Ah, there's more guys. Why are they all in wheelchairs though? The flying guys. Because the one guy was like a boss and it made sense, but now they're just always. Ow! Oh, there's one of those guys. I don't want to fight that one fuzzy thing again, though. That was really disturbing. I don't like enemies I can't kill. Boom! your own bomb back, thank you. Boom! So satisfying. Oh my gosh. I'm not hitting this guy at all. Ugh. Jeez. Jeez Louise. Oh, I forgot you can take over him now. Oh well. Okay, okay, okay. Maintenance, maintenance, maintenance. Oh Jesus. Oh Jesus. Come on, just die. I have guys I need to fight. Boom! Trying not to suck. There we go. Okay. Sheesh! So, maintenance, maintenance, maintenance. I gotta go find a quick travel point, right? Whoa! Hi! Get out of here. Ain't nobody got time for that. Get to a base and travel from there to maintenance. Oh my god. Woo! Was not expecting those guys. Well, at least I should be able to fill up that thing that was to kill those guys. Is that enough? Did I finish it? Okay. Sheesh! Alright. Trying to figure out how to teleport out of here. Let's teleport over here, right? No. That's just that. Damn it! I gotta go down there to get a teleport. I don't love how similar this freaking map looks. Could really do without that. And everyone's gonna spawn again. We're just gonna avoid them. We're just gonna run past them. I don't want to deal with this. Okay, where is the... Is it up here? I remember there being a quick... Nope, that's an elevator. Where's the damn... Oh, you do want to go to the elevator? Okay. Of course, there's a 30-second delay, so I don't even know if that's the elevator you meant. Wait, what? Oh, F button. No! So you said go to the maintenance? Maintenance access, or just maintenance? Obtain something, maintenance, go this way. Travel, you can talk to a research person. I'm gonna guess the maintenance sector. Cool. Post it in Discord and I'll check it out. Hopefully it's not too complicated because I'm not very good at like programming type stuff. My hot toddy's not hot anymore. This is the waiting screen song. It's the loading screen song. Waiting for the game to load so we can keep playing all night long. Okay, I'm gonna stop now. I'm tired, man. Been an emotionally exhaustive couple of days. Okay, so can I go this way out there? Yeah, power plant. Okay, energy converters. Is that these things? Converters, that way. Okay. There we go. Uh-oh, sounds like the kids are being frustrating. We'll see about Sunday's live streams. I think I'm gonna start just doing Saturday, because... Wait, what am I doing? It's getting kind of intense trying to have two every week. Since my mom can't help me with the babysitting anymore. Yeah. Eliminate his targets, okay. Get rid of the blow up guys. Let's try the other mode. Let's try the shatter. Shotgun! Shotgun to the face. No, I like, I like this better. Okay, nope, don't like that. Boom! I know you guys are like, I like making them blow up on the other guys, but that's just too much stress. I don't like exploding guys next to me, okay? I want them to not be near me. That is my ultimate goal. Ow! Damn it! We'll save your spot if you die here. Oh, so I should have done that. Oh well. I forgot about that. I've been playing a lot of games lately with autosave where you basically have no control over when it saves. Oh man. Oh wait, no I am. Okay. I thought I died in like a totally different spot. There we go. That way? Yeah, okay. Come on. No! Was that my only chance to do the mission? I guess that was. Darn, that was my only chance to do that. Lame. Okay, well, anyway. Okay, so, maintenance Blackrock Quarry. That's over there. Can I... Okay. You can only quick travel from a control point, right? I would assume. Is there anything in here that I haven't gotten? Just another one of those doors that I can't open. Which infuriates me. Oh. I just want to get through this part. Oops. Okay. Pick that up. Okay. Let's see. Am I going the right way? Ish? Maybe? I don't know where I am, man. There's a control point. Okay, good. Oops, that's not what I meant, damn it. Enter. Okay. So let's go to this one. I thought that was a control point. Oh. No, damn it! I didn't mean to go there. I was trying to look at it. Ah! I thought I had to click on it to highlight where it was. Okay, let's try that again. Okay. No. Maintenance. Do. Oh, it doesn't tell you. You just have to guess. Okay. I'm gonna guess. Power plant. No, that's over there. How do I know which one that is? Field training. Coolant pumps? No, that's down there. Converter is where we are. Control. Oh, wait, there you go. Now it's highlighting it. I'm dumb. Quarry entrance. There we go. I'm sorry. I'm dumb. It's cold in here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna cancel Sundays. I need a break. It's not like my kids have been able to go to the church, not kindergarten, but thingamajigger for a change of pace for over a year. Both because my mom didn't have the health and because of COVID. I was in here before. I don't know how I didn't finish whatever I was supposed to be finishing. Boop. I would like to upgrade so I don't really ever have to do guns. I can just control everybody. I mean, telekinetic everybody. Because it's fun, and I like the auto-targeting. Not that I can't shoot, it's just not as fun. Especially when I have mail tubes on hand. Because death by a mail tube is hilarious. Okay. So, let's keep going. I don't know what I didn't do here last time. I've been playing a surprising amount of games lately that don't let you jump. This Disco Elysium doesn't let you, Outward doesn't let you, which is really kind of strange. And there's something else I was playing where you can't jump. I don't like games where you can't jump. Aha! Federal Bureau of Control. We need additional diamond blades ASAP. Continuous rim this time to get the clean-cut research wants. This Blackrock shit is tough. We're going through blades like we're made of the damn things. The dimensions for these slabs of Blackrock they want are outrageous. For all the grief they're causing me, these fire breaks better fucking work a treat. Go ahead and double the last order. I don't know what any of that means. I know we're harvesting Blackrock and it's some kind of power, but... Okay, there's my dodge. Okay. Oh, Lord! What is making that sound? Is it just flowing forever? Floating forever? Okay, well. Are they gonna jump down and slam on me? I don't want to get squished. I don't like squished in games. It's a bit of a trigger, you would say. Just the idea of like your skull getting crushed between two pieces of metal or whatever is just... That's a big old note for me, sir! Oh, I forgot I got a second jump. Haha! Alright, whew, that's bright.
Oh. Not what I expected.
Woo! So pretty! So, is that the actual night sky, I guess? I smell a boss fight coming! There's a gate that we can't open. Terrifying. I know, right? Like, even really early games, like there was a Lord of the Rings. There was a Tomb Raider game that I gave up on because there was a part where you had to get through this wall that would crush you, and it just traumatized me so much. I'm just like, nope, I'm not gonna play this game anymore. Spoilers. What? Come on, dude. I played enough video games. I recognize a boss fight territory when I see one. Hopefully, I don't have to restart a whole bunch though if I die. God, those lights are bright. Yay, more reading! Federal Bureau of Control. All Bureau personnel are reminded to kindly not smoke in the quarry. Even though the quarry area is technically an outdoor space, it is still part of the Bureau, and therefore the no-smoking rule does apply. Not only is it considerate toward your fellow employees to refrain from inflicting the harm of secondhand smoke, it is also prudent to avoid any risk of gas fires, unforeseen threshold reactions, and possible creation of altered receptacles. Under no circumstances should cigarette butts be left in the quarry. Thank you for your understanding. What is it with fucking smokers fucking leaving butts everywhere? I know hashtag not all smokers, but sure a lot of them. Freaking just every street corner is an ashtray, apparently. You want to kill your own lungs, that's cool, but just don't start fires or leave shit everywhere. Birds choke on it. Give them, you know, there's like the birds that get cut up and then you look in their stomach and there's all the cigarette butts. Like, that's horrifying. I think I'm going the wrong way. Yeah, I'm going the wrong way. Back to the quarry. There isn't a boss fight, but it's a big empty chamber. What is that for if not a boss fight? False advertising. There's just one guy. Okay, there we go. Ah! Go away, you go. Dang it. I ain't trying to fight anybody. Woo. Yeah! Take a taste of your own. Up. Ow, ow. Ow. Okay, come on. That guy's almost dead. Oh, come on. Thank you. Sheesh. Throw a bomb at me, see what happens. Dang it, I threw the wrong one. There we go. Come on. Thank you, sir. Sheesh. Whew. Before I cry for it. Shut up. Is that a... Can I not get that? Oh, no. Curses. Oh, good, I got it. Whew. I was about to say. Doop-a-doop-a-doop-boop. What can I say? Mrs. complains a lot. What? I gotta fight more people? Come on. Oh, shit. Wrong button. The dodge is a little hard to use. I prefer a double jump. Okay, let's try this again. Oh, there we go. Whew. There we go. Okay, let's see. What are we supposed to do in this area? Do 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 do. Hamfire. Way back when. And then even some of those old videos, like they didn't get banned then, but now years later I've had Hambra episodes get banned. That's how much they love me. That guy was just minding his own business and I just hit him with the whatever they're called. Transistor? Is that the word? Just attacked him out of nowhere, just like, I shall end your existence now. Poor little possessed guy. He's just doing his job. Here I come. Ramming telekinetic things down his throat. Okay. That would be a funny, I'm sure there are some, but that'd be like a funny skit, you know, where it's like playing as the guy who's just like hanging out, and then all of a sudden the chosen one comes through and hits them. And yeah, it's definitely happened before. I'm sure there's been ones, that skit done before, but it's like, man, I was just sitting there. I was just manning the gate, and then this golden-haired dude comes by and shoves a sword in my ass. I didn't sign up for this. I'm not even supposed to be here today. I don't actually like the Clerks movie. I think it's stupid, but I didn't see it till much later, though. Maybe if I had seen it before it'd been around for so long. Okay. Woo! Hi. Are we playing Whirligig now? Is that what we're doing? Is he dead? His little thing went away. Okay, I don't know what that's about. What? That guy's new. I don't remember Whirly guys. Maybe I just forgot. Stop! Stop having whirls. Come on, just die. Owie. Why don't they come up here with me? I feel like this is a bit obvious. Oh, there's an explodey guy. None of that. None of that around here. I'm guessing I'm supposed to jump across those. That looks like a really big pain in the ass. Do 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 do. Come on. Oh my gosh, too many guys. Go away. The hiss guys, the exploding guys are just hanging out. They're just like, we can't get to her. Except they're floating, so I don't understand why they can't float higher. I mean, I'm glad for it, because I don't like them, but it is kind of funny. Them just hanging out down there. So I can't hit them at all when they've got their little Tasmanian devil thing going. It's kind of cool how a lot of the enemies, you have to use one power and then use the other power to kill them. Like, you can't only rely on telekinesis. Much to my chagrin. Dude, stop getting your health back. So I can't take over those guys, can I? I forgot how to take over guys. I think I can only take over, like, the regular guys. Come on, dude. Just freaking Thank you. Holy cow. Oh, I know. I just gave up on, you know, getting them all taken down off the porn sites. That's why I try to remember to have at least my my logo in there so people go to, you know, go to topless-Topics.org. It's like, if they're really that fucking desperate for masturbation material that a female shirtless woman just sitting there in a bed does it for them, that's a reflection of how pathetic they are, not me. Okay, so I presume we're going to have to jump across these thingies. Because who doesn't love a good platformer? Oh, gee, but, oh, that was too far. Okay, well, that was fun. I would just like a double jump. That's all I want. Personal mods full. Can I look at my mods? Let's see. Energy boost, launch efficiency. What do I have? That's health boost. Don't care that. I have better one of that. So deconstruct and deconstruct and deconstruct. Let's do the cheap ones. Oh, that was a good one. I should have done that one. Oh well, whatever. Definitely have better than that. No, I didn't mean to switch it. I'm just trying to... Okay, we got launch efficiency and launch energy. Okay. No, I can't float. Oh, okay. So I can float later. I don't have to deal with hard-ass jumps. That's nice. Okay, so what does it want me to do? Activate the explosives to excavate the prism. Okay, so we're looking for explosives. I don't know. I'm just wandering around killing things. There's a story? What? Get out of here with that nonsense. Okay, so I'm looking for explosives. Let's go to the top again. Useful that they left all these perfectly arranged blocks for me to climb up. Would have been a whole lot less doable if I needed my climbing gear. Of course, I'm playing Genshin Impact right now. You can climb everything. And in Ancestors too, except very frustratingly, the AI in that game is the worst part. Because it's like, your guys are all, they all need to eat and everything, but they're so stupid they don't do it themselves. So you have to manually control and take over each one of them and get them to eat and whatnot. But, oh, okay. I didn't even know that was coming and going. That is a strong-ass cable. Oh my god. It's not even bowing a little bit. But anyway. But yeah, like, you'll climb... I was really frustrated. I was playing yesterday, and a Sabretooth was attacking, and I climbed up on a place to get out of the way, and then the one that was following me glitched and was just, like, stuck at the bottom of the tree, unable to climb, and so, of course, it died. I'm just like... And yet this game hasn't had a update since September, because it's such a piece of flawless design, right? You're gonna clip for now? Alright. I'm only going for another half hour. I don't think I'm gonna do it tomorrow. I'm too tired. But we'll see how I feel. Let's see. I don't see any explosives. Where are the explosives? Ow. Ow. Are they really obvious and I'm just not seeing them? Or do I have to fly across the whole... I don't want to fly across the whole thing. I don't want to platform! What the... Oh! There's a button. I didn't even know there's a button over here. Let's see. My glasses. Incident report. Quarry operation. Summary. During my weekly safety inspection of the quarry threshold, I discovered the entire crew in a state of blank. The whole team was blank, aligned and staring in uniform direction. Well, that's what happened when we found the object. The city in the distance. Despite my most vocal efforts to gain their attention, they remained blank for more than blank minutes until I had to resort to literally blank. Afterwards, they were dazed and could not provide any rationale for their behavior or any specific memories or of engaging in it. My official recommendation for any crew working in a threshold area is to either shorten the length of their shifts or carry out mandatory psychological evaluations on a weekly basis, or preferably both. And maybe we should order another expedition to the city. I know there's a whole thing where they were like putting people in those booths and teleporting them and then asking them what they saw. Okay. There's nothing else I can do here? Alright. Do I need to jump across those things? Oh, I don't want to. It just looks like a pain in the butt. Hi. Oh, Lord. Okay. Nowhere to go from here, so I guess that wasn't it. Ah. I gotta go up there. Oops. There we go. Oh, those damn lights are killing me. I'm trying to figure out where I'm going. I'm looking for explosives. Is that the only way up there? No, can't I jump up here? Come on. Thank you. I was gonna say. I can see what's happening. Just lying. I can't find the explosives. I see the transistor thingies, but I don't see anywhere to put them. What is the word I'm trying to think of? For a giant place that electricity gathers. Something. Kanto, you're supposed to be telling me what to do. I don't know. Let's go back up there, I guess. We went to the middle. There wasn't anything to do there. Ow. What? This is just randomly floating. Okay. Well, let's try carrying around one of these. Transformer! Yeah, I don't know why, but kept thinking that wasn't the correct word. So... Oh! I didn't even see those somehow. I'm a dummy. This game just, I don't know. Like, my eyes don't know where to look sometimes. Okay. But why am I activating explosives? Kabam! Collect the black rock. Been so long since I played, I don't remember what I'm supposed to be doing. Looked like there was, I mean, there's already chunks of black rock everywhere.
Right where you led me. The HRAs, the prisms, they mean something to you. I need to get this prism to Marshall before it's too late. HRAs?
Oh Lord, it's that fucking thing. No, 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 I don't like that thing, I don't like that thing, I don't like it. Oh my god, there's two! I don't like them, I don't like them, I don't like them. What do I have to do? What do I have to do? What do I have to do? How do I get out of here? I don't remember. Shit, I don't like those things. No, I couldn't climb up there. God damn it. Get up, 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 up. I don't like them. I don't like them. They freak me out. They freak me out. They freak me out. Where the fuck do I go? I don't remember. How do I get out of here? Don't like them. Don't like them. Nope. I'm not even gonna do that. Not right now while those things are here. I'm trying to remember how I got here. Is that out? Am I out now? No, no, no. Why is there a guy there? Why is there a guy there? I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. Can't I blow him up or something? Am I misremembering that? Oh, look. Okay, fuck. Keep climbing up. Exit the... There's 2 of them! There's 3 of them! Fuck! Go, 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 go. Forget that. Just run, 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 run. Oh! I don't like this. I don't like this one. I don't like it. I don't like these guys. 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 They freak me out. They freak me out. They freak me out. They freak me out. Ha 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 ha. Can I travel? Travel? Just fast travel? Paused. Okay. Whew. Okay, where am I going? Not the quarry entrance. I need to talk to what's her name. Where is she? I don't even know. Central Executive? Is that where I'm going? Oh, fuck. I don't like those things. I really, really, really don't like anything I can't kill. Stuff that just follows you around and kills you. Like those damn ghosts in Silent Hill 4. With the giant hands in Zelda. Or anything that, like, it forces you to stop whenever they get near you, like the redeads, where you're forced to look at them when they scream at you. Don't like that. Yay, the person! I found her.
Had to take a detour.
Oh, it's this chick.
But I found plenty.
I'm gonna love them later.
We will start HRA production immediately.
I still feel like her voice
I
doesn't match her.
promised I'd tell you about Dylan once you helped us.
This is it. She knows. 17 years I've waited.
Your brother is here.
They trigger infighting with the hiss, so that's good.
Codename P6. We brought him here after the ordinary event. He was groomed to be the future director. He had talents far beyond any other candidate in the program.
Of course he did. We found you together. We share a bond. Are you with him now? So you kidnapped him?
We took him in. Your parents vanished
Hi.
along with every other adult in Ordinary. Eventually, his power changed him. There were casualties. He wasn't fit to be the director.
Oh
Did you know
no.
about this? Is this why you didn't bring me here sooner? Were you keeping me away? Where is Dylan?
I have to
He's
pee.
kept in the containment
I'm
section
gonna listen.
in the Panopticon.
My brother. I
Damn
thought
it.
we were the same. What if we are? I'm going. Now.
I expected as much. I need to go check on something. Something I cannot let the hiss find. It shouldn't take long, but you must watch the Bureau while I'm gone. And remember, Dylan is dangerous. Do not let him out during the film.
How can I make her stop calling me that? I'm not here for them. Nothing simple here.
And of course, we still don't know why
These people
they
took
just
my
suddenly started
brother,
calling
but
me director when I
accepted me
arrived.
without question.
I mean, I guess there's some timey-wimey thing going on.
My friends. I need to see Dylan. I need to know. You could tell me what you know, explain things. Just stay with me, okay?
I'm a little annoyed at the second person
I could use a
perspective.
friend right now.
I don't know why. Fuck this part. Oh god. Do I need to fight a whole bunch of those things? I don't want to fight those things. So my brother is the bad guy now. Cool. Family reunion. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Okay, so I thought she was gonna go somewhere, but she's still just standing here. Wait, what? It wants me to find him even though he's a bad guy now? Abilities! Yeah! Seize. I keep forgetting about that. How I have to be close to them and they have to be hurt, right? Shield. Yeah! Hell yeah! Welcome to the party! I don't have enough for anything. Okay. Astral column starts. Can I make spin yet? I can! Yeah! Continue. Sure. Okay. Why is it only giving me that option? I don't know. Mods. Obscured weapon mod. Oh, that's to make mods. Yeah, I don't want to do that. I'm happy finding mods. Countermeasures. Sure. Oh, I can only take 3. Okay, well, now I have spin, so I can equip the spin. There we go. Spin is at a high rate. Okay, so it's like a SMG or something like that. Up my C's. Really? Ability to fly soon. Ability to call in reinforcements. That's the only in the DLC. Lame. Okay. Accuracy or damage against armor. Exclusive to spin grouping efficiency prime. Sure, let's do that. Okay. And how do I unlock the next thingy? Okay. Now let's try out. Can I switch between? Ooh, cool. I didn't know that. Alright, cool. Let's see. Damage when aiming. Damage. Zoom. Zoom is kind of cool. Let's try that one. Okay. So. Alright. So it wants me to go to containment panopticon, whatever that is.
She must think he's hiding something.
Alright, so I forgot where it wants me to go. Panopticon something, whatever that is. Maintenance. Let me read the mission. Kill enemies. So that's literally it. Just kill them anywhere. Okay, so go to pneumatics. Executive major targets or containment sector. Okay, it's not telling me where, just somewhere in the containment sector. Lowers charge time for Pierce. Okay, I'll look for that. Containment. I don't see anything about containment. Where am I supposed to look? Tell me where to go so I'm not wasting everybody's time. I don't see anything about containment. I'm not going back there if I can help it. Is it that little room over there? I don't know. I'll try to get into that other little room, whatever it is. Am I going to keep running into those scary guys, or do they only show up at certain points in the plot? Because I don't like them. I hope I don't see them. Okay, let's try out spin. Okay. We already watched this one. Probably.
Hypothesis was that the mindscape of the astral plane is subjective, but that was fast proven wrong. It's an actual place, not a construct of the mind. Even
Yeah, we
though
already
it
saw
is
some.
with our minds that we enter and experience it.
Pivot is a bit good order logistics. Okay. Logistics. I don't think it's this way. It's over here. Okay, logistics. Logistics. I just saw logistics. Where did I see logistics? I get so confused in this game. I don't know why. Where's logistics? Maybe I saw it as a name for a side mission. Pneumatics. None of these. You're confusing me. Must be somewhere over here. Maybe we can go down? Is that how we get out of here? You can access through that elevator. That elevator. What is that? That elevator. There's a 30-second delay. Okay, well I don't know what that elevator means, so I'm just gonna run. Oh, this is the room where I fought the thingy. Fuck this place. No, thank you, sorry, ma'am, Bob. Kinesthesiology. Am I on Discord? I am on Discord, but you still have delay. Unless you want to screen share. I'm only playing for another... it's fine. I'm only playing another 10 minutes anyway. And I gotta... go check on the kids. Yeah! Get some! I like it! Heck yeah. Oh, right. Oh, Lord. Nope. None of that. Come on, shoot one. See what happens. Fine, don't shoot one. I threw a dead body. Oh, seriously? Oh, I can control him! Ah, damn it! I was trying to control him. Well, if I do end up streaming tomorrow, you can join me. And tell me where I'm going. I don't know. It's just hard to justify spending even the time live streaming because it's like such a limited amount of people that are seeing it. Okay. Get to executive, then use the elevator. Okay. Executive. The one... Where's the elevator? That one? Alright, cool. You can tell me what I need to do. I don't know why. This game is just... It's something about the boardroom looking aspect of it all makes it very hard for me to memorize where to go. Okay, so we're in the elevator. Containment sector. There we go. Best NPCs in the game. What's so good about them? Are they just entertaining? Doop, Ah.
Containment sector. Panopticon. Altered item. Maximum security prison.
Random memory is the beginner game. The beginner's guide game that we played through in one single sitting. Isn't this where we originally came in? Maybe not. Health recovery. No, thank you. It's so dark. Or bright, I mean. Ominous talking. It's just like the chanting in Lex. Ugly picture. Maybe it's part of the eeriness. Did I even give her the rock? I mean, I was in the bathroom, so I didn't really physically see what she did, but... Oh, good.
Reminder. This week, any documents that suddenly appear pink, light red, or any shade in between must be incinerated immediately. Failure to do so will result in termination and possible bodily harm.
No. Don't like. Don't like. Dislike. Why are there so many of them? Why are there so many? I don't like it. Am I supposed to be hiding from them or something? Oh Lord. Dislike. I'll just hide myself. Can't I throw myself at them? Don't like, dislike. Oh, it's just those guys. I don't care about those guys. These are the, like, butterfly-looking guys. Yeah, whatever. These guys are easy. It's the explodey guys I don't like. I don't like explodey guys. And they're so really slow. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. Control. Defend me. Boom. Yeah. Control. Boom. You. And you. Oh. No, he's not my friend anymore. Just stay dead. Oops. Yeah, become mine. Oh, is there a take over them faster button? Cause there we go. Yeah, go get killed on that guy. That works out. Yeah! Okay, cool. More stuff to read. Let's see. Examination of Paranatural Topics, Object of Power, and Altered Item Distinction Summary. While altered items and objects of power may seem similar at first, it's important to know some very distinct key distinctions. Firstly, objects of power grant para-utilitarian abilities. See file, put 812 for an introduction to the subject. Secondly, objects of power translocate anyone who makes physical contact to the astral plane. This is widely believed to be due to the blank's affiliation with objects of power. Not every individual is allowed in the astral plane, which indicates the blank evaluates who can and cannot enter. Thirdly, this is not always the case. Objects of power are much more paranaturally blanked than altered items. Looking at the specific criteria that defines an object of power, it is no wonder they are notably rarer than altered items. In fact, we have blank altered items for every object of power contained within the Bureau. Alright. Like that I stopped to read that piece of paper in the middle of a gunfight. Priorities! Okay, so we came in this way. Who else is there to fight? There's no one else here. Does it count as them getting killed by me if, like, an enemy shoots them? Oh. Here's a guy. Where's the guy? Boom! Be mine, be mine. Ah, there we go. It's really no point, it's just fun. It's just fun to make them fight each other. No, sweetheart. Mommy's on a website where bad people like to look at mommy and do bad things. Let's try out the Pierce. Boop. Haha. How long can I have it charged? Oh, they give you a while. Dang it. Nope. Fuck that. No. You stay over there. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to be doing the spin mode attacks anyway. Ooh, ah, so fun. Okay, fine. Fine, defend me. Not all bad people. You're a dork. Alright, let's just get out of here. Let's get this over. Get this over with. How about nope? How about not today, Satan? Battery low. I know. Oh, hi. Where you going? Where you going, buddy? Party's down here. So how did the guy I was controlling die? Did he get shot or did my thing kill him when it ran out? Because if it kills him when it runs out, that's useful. Okay. Let's take over the control point and then I should wrap this up. This worked out nicely. Cleanse control point. Boom! Power of Christ compels thee. We took to about 5 seconds. See, that's the thing with Halo. The pulse ref or whatever it's called, the one that you used to hold down, it would follow them. You used to be able to hold it however long you wanted, and then they changed it to it continually drains whenever you're holding it down, which I didn't like. Alright, well, it's been fun. I do need to play more Control. I like Control. I don't know why. I feel like I wanted to do more voice acting. That's why I switched over to Disco, but we'll see about tomorrow. I'll see how I feel. I will let you guys know. I would assume that I'm not going to stream tomorrow, but if I'm like really bored or something, maybe I will. If you haven't yet, you can go watch that. I got banned on Twitter for child porn the day after I got a bullet removed from my head video. It's just bullet ban. Topside.org/bullet ban. And you can watch the video. Or, you know, follow me at Topless Topics on basically everything, and there's a link somewhere in there. I suggest you follow me on something besides Facebook and Instagram because they love to ban me, so I don't know how long I'm going to have any presence on there at all. But other than that, I have other videos filmed, I just haven't gotten to edit and put them up yet, so hopefully that happens soon. But I got a lot of stuff going on in my personal life that makes it a little... Topless Up is not very high on the list right now, and there's going to be a lot more, even more activity when my mom does pass, which could be any day. So, oh yes, a podcast episode too. I don't know. I keep hoping to have more interesting stuff on the podcast, but it's just been hard trying to organize everything at the same time. I keep saying someday maybe, you know, someday maybe it'll be easier. But at least as the weather gets warmer, I can kick the kids to play outside more. And I told my sister-in-law and husband's mother, don't buy any more presents. Let's just save the money up and get like a giant trampoline or play equipment or something like that outside, because we don't need more toys. We need stuff to keep them occupied physically. Why do I have a bullet in my head? Because 20 years ago I was walking to school, and in these shitty apartments Someone thought it would be hilarious to shoot me with a BB, and I didn't know it was in there. And the rent-a-cop on the scene said to my parents that he understood I was very creative, and he thought that I was making up a story and had poked my head with the stick. So I want to send that bullet to him, but he was already old at the time, and this was 20 years ago, so hopefully he's dead. Anyway, and then I didn't find out about it until a few months ago when I got an MRI to try to figure out why I have my headache, and they were like, hey, there's a piece of metal in your head, and I was like, what? So, yeah, I got it cut out. Alright, but yeah, I am starting to use Mastodon. I'm trying to use MeWe, but I really freaking hate it, so we'll see how it toes. But yeah, go to topless-Topics.org/contact, and I list whatever is on there, and, we'll see how it goes. I think I said that like 4 times in a row. See you when I see you. Bye.